Now that we started, time to change the thumbnail and monetize this because I can. Alright. Thumbnail. Genshin. Streams. Arlecchino stream. Oh yeah. That looks good. Okay. I think we can rock now. Alright, let's rock. I just want to be able to complete the quest. Okay. Alright. Head back to the Sea of Bygone Eras. And the funny thing is, guys, Bygone is a brand of, like, cockroach repellent here in the Philippines. So when I saw Sea of Bygone, I'm like, oh my gosh, cockroaches cannot survive in this sea. Anyways. What's up, Titan Behan? Welcome to stream, my ninja. Alright. So, Lady Nitro, are you ready? Not yet? Alright. Arlecchino just swimming here. Even the treasure compass can't find anything anymore because there's no other treasures except inside this little, you know, like castle, this Clivus Capitolinus. I don't think I read that correctly. Clivus Capitolinus. Yeah. Yeah, why are the names here in the Sea of Bygone so weird? Alta Semida. Collegium Phonascorum. Or here, Initium Iani. Hortus Urgetis. I'm telling you, I think I'm summoning Cthulhu right now or something. Caesarium Palace. Okay, Palace. I know that word. Alright, anyways. Alright, Lady Nitro. Arlecchino's getting impatient. Yeah, hang on, let me get your mouse. Oh. And the cool thing about this is I have a 7-port hub, so I can put an additional... Alright, there we go. That's when Lady Nitro's turn to play, because she has her own mouse. And she's getting her own drink, which I'll get later on. I'm still finishing up my protein shake. Yeah. Oh, cool. Lady Nitro gave me a Coke Zero Vanilla. Now I know what people say about, like, you know, diet sodas or soda in general or Coca-Cola in general and things like that. I can only just tell people, just be quiet. You know, let people enjoy their stuff, okay? Without, you know, any of your judgments. As my mother said, if you have nothing nice to say, just say it behind their back. Tomorrow it is then. Lady Nitro said I gotta change the garbage tomorrow. Lady Nitro's having a lot of fun with her Stanley Cup purchases. And yes, guys, if you're wondering, what, a Stanley Cup? Is Lady Nitro a white girl? She is now. Anyways. She even has a charm on her. Oh my gosh, she has a charm on the handle. Oh my gosh, I didn't see that coming. Get your chair, Lady Nitro. Get your chair.
My chair?
Yeah. Yeah, so you can sit down. Okay. Put your Stanley Cups here. Okay, here we go. We're ready to start. Here we go. Up. It's an aqueduct. Oh my gosh, guys. It's water. Oh, Lady Nitro's gonna play. Alright. Oh my... Oh, I'm just gonna talk. Okay, Lady Nitro's gonna play. I'm just gonna talk, guys.
Celia.
Scylla.
You mean like the...
No, Scylla is also in Greek. Well, not in Greek, but it's in mythology too. It's a god. Well, it was said to be a god of monsters, but you know. Okay, the Ichor dazzles. Millennia. Wait, it's water within water, guys. It's Goo Lagoon. All right. So okay, I can hear our beautiful music. Play together, darling. Then you can gain access. Oh yeah, to unlock that palace, this aqueduct bridge is like a harp. Oh, be ready to press a space bar when it says just a space bar. You don't have to. You don't have to control anything else. Are you ready? Yeah, yeah. She got it. She got this, guys. Look how beautiful this is done. You know. Like, it's weird how the Archon quests are supposed to be like the ones that are like over the top, but sometimes these world quests really, you know, they outdo themselves. Especially the Aranara quest. Oh my gosh, that quest. Which I noticed that some people don't have the avatar for that yet, so Lady Nitro and I can boast about it. Scylla. Yep. Yeah, no, don't turn the volume up there. Put it back to video. I'll just turn the volume down under the desk. That's so beautiful. This is so beautifully done, man. No, it's not. Lady Nitro just said something inappropriate, guys. You might not be able to hear her. Alright, finally. We're in. As the hackers say. It's apparently in the lands past and between the Primordial Sea. Because apparently this was a punishment by the Remirian people. So they didn't just sink, they sunk below the Primordial Sea even. That's why you see Scylla is able to live here. Super rude guy. Oh yeah, Botheus. Monsieur Oz, that's Cassiodor. Yeah, Paimon gave nicknames to everybody. Nice. All right. So on the way, there's going to be an oculi. So you should be able to see it right there. Yeah, Lady Nitro doesn't like it when HP is like not full. Alright, here we go. There it is, okay. There's only 3 more oculi now. And it's definitely not as extensive. The end of an ancient dream. Yes, I see it. Well, that's a duck. Can you give me my rhino? Thank you. You're gonna fight it. Persistent garbage. Did you repair the rug to celebrate my birth as the god of the ancient days? I guess so, yeah. It's within my symphony. We're about to add some end bar. That's right. Best you admit defeat now or release everyone's souls. Cassiodor has already agreed to join this grand ritual. He has returned to Remira's embrace. All will belong to Remira shall merge into one body. Now, where now is your friendship? There he is. There's Cassiodor. Just trust me. Alright, time to fight this thing.
Into the wind. Stabilize.
It's okay.
Busted.
Let's try it.
Witness my rise.
It's alright.
Gotcha.
Order guide you.
Alright,
Fallen leaves adorn my laid bare.
okay. What? How? I don't know, Botheus, but I can't see anything because of Kazuo's ultimate. Why can't I control this body? Castiador, you. I have you at last, Botheus. All your will is here, and Phobos and also that. Why am I a Harmos, the conductor symphony? How? How did you? Oh! Forgotten before this has cut me away. I too was a Harmos, and now I've returned to the symphony. Think of our kin. Tragedy beneath the waters of the torment they suffered for millennia. It's their punishment for trying to become immortal, that's why. Fortuna, much less to become your slaves. It shall rise again. Any media? Are you not human yourself? Both we are all ordinary Fontanians once. Though we forsook our flesh, racked with pain and weakness, and gained immortals. Hey, what's up, John? Welcome to the stream, my ninja. Just finished my birthday dinner. Now gonna continue to do side quests for Genshin Impact. Nice. And also, happy birthday to you, John. Happy 39th birthday. Lady Nitro also said happy birthday as well. All right, okay. Mark with Arlecchino first, and then do your setup. So mark with Arlecchino. Oh, well, it's a bit late. Well, it's okay. Yeah, so you just dilly-dally.
Stabilize.
Alright, okay. It's a long cooldown. Okay. Almost there.
Gather.
Okay, mark with Arlecchino, then do your setup. Okay, you can do all that. And then Arlecchino, and then absorb the mark, and then go ham. Yeah, there it is. Woo! That damage. Oh, what's happening here now? Oh no, my head, it hurts because of all the nonsense. It's Cassiodor.
No, it's Dr. Rish.
That's what everyone said also on Twitter. That's what everyone said on Twitter. It says Dr. Ratio. Okay. Botheus is here too. Yep, that's Botheus.
So what they wear is the.
That's when they became immortal in the stone bodies. You guys just pulled her faster before the stream starts. We actually pulled for Arlecchino yesterday because we got impatient. But then we were supposed to stream yesterday, but then we got super sleepy and tired, especially me from the jet lag. And super sad because even though we got Arlecchino, we lost a lot of our premium because we lost our 50-50 twice. You know, so that was the unfortunate thing. But you know, at least you got it. That's the thing. That's why we always prepare. Always prepare to lose your 50-50s because there are other people who come to our world and they say, "Oh, how did your pulls go?" And we say, "Oh, we lost our 50-50s." But no, you have Arlecchino. Well, just because we lost doesn't mean we weren't prepared to lose. We're prepared so that even if we lose, we have enough for Arlecchino. Because we're going to get Arlecchino and the weapon no matter what. It's just that we hope we don't lose the 50-50. That's why I've always said constantly, always prepare. Always prepare. Because you don't know if you're going to get lucky or not. What about her weapon? We got her weapon, yeah. We lost the 50-50 twice with the weapon. And then we had to use up our guarantee for Arlecchino herself. So we spent everything. So yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. Always prepare, guys. That's the mistake that a lot of Genshin players make. They save up their primo gems expecting to win their 50-50s. You have to prepare to lose them. Just like Lady Nige and I, we were prepared to lose them. We hope we wouldn't, but we still did. We lost, and that's how it happened. So others just have it really lucky. But not everyone can be lucky.
Our luck is just not so lucky, but at the same time not so unlucky either.
Ours is balanced because I remember we had the Raiden Ayato phenomena. We had 2 characters, 2 weapons, all one in the same go. All right. Oh, this is an emotional final strike.
Gotcha.
Hope it won't happen to me. We can always hope it won't happen, John, but we have to always be prepared that it might. Like Lady Nitro and I, we hoped it wouldn't happen to us, but look, we lost. Twice even. Oh. Is this a grand execution? Oh my god. So are Cassiodor and Botheus both souls finally free? Up, their souls are finally free. Ah, they can finally rest in peace. It seems to be that's always the trope in every story about anyone who gains immortality. They don't want it anymore. Let our souls return to the present world, return to the Great Sea. Aw, that's... Just to let you know, Nick, I lost twice 50-50 at the character banner. Okay, John, what do you mean by that? You should lose twice in total? Because that makes sense. If you lose twice in a row, that's impossible. Because if you lose 50-50 on the character banner, that means the next time you pull, you will guarantee get the character. So losing twice on the character banner, that's impossible. In a row, that is. I'm assuming that you meant twice, like, just in general. Not in a row. I got junk rolls in 30. Well, John, that's only 30 rolls. Lady Nitro and I, for us to just get Arlecchino and the weapon, that's over 200 rolls. So 30 rolls is kind of really nothing. Scylla can now also finally rest too. Huh? She's been in prison for so long, but now, and she's been stuck here. Now she can finally return to Primordial Sea. Well, she was in prison and we just set her free, and then she's just here to help us, to repay us for helping her. Botheus did that. Because Scylla was against everybody becoming immortal, and so Remus, the god, you know, when he turned everybody immortal, Scylla was sort of like, okay, I have to judge you now for this. But then Remus said, okay, you know what? It was a mistake. Help me free all these souls. And it's like, okay, I'll help you free everybody from being immortal. But before they can go with the plan, Remus died and Botheus imprisoned Scylla so that they can keep their immortality. It happened on the Cloud Retainer first, lost. Then I was trying to get Nouvelette C1, ended up losing. So this time I will get the Knave. So I can get her, I will spam leveling her up. Okay, John, that also doesn't make sense. You said you lost with Cloud Retainer, and then you lost trying to get Nouvelette C1. In between that, did you get at least any 5-star character that you won with? Because there has to be an in-between, because losing once on the character battle and then losing again, that's impossible to happen. That can never happen. The game just doesn't work that way. So I'm guessing that after you lost the Cloud Retainer once, you pulled for another character and you got that character. I just don't know which one it is. Which one?
Those creatures.
Those butterflies? Symphony flies. Okay, John. Once again, I'm asking you, who did you win? So when you lost with Cloud Retainer, okay, you got a different character. Okay, after that, who did you pull for on a character banner that you were guaranteed to win before losing on the New Villette banner? That's who I'm asking. Because I will repeat one more time, it's impossible to lose twice on the weapon banner in a row. The game just doesn't work that way. It's impossible for it to happen. Bye, Scylla. Thanks for helping. She didn't get to meet New Villette. I know, I hated him. Oh, what's up, Annabelle? Welcome to the stream, my ninja. Okay, John, I did not mention the weapon banner even once. Again, I am asking. So you lost with Cloud Retainer one time. Okay, that's when you lost. I'm asking, what's the next character you pulled for, which you were guaranteed to win before you lost on the New Villette banner? Don't worry, we can go back. We can go back there. And this is the island in the middle, the little gap that's in the middle of the map. Yeah, it's now this place.
What is the one that's floating in their heads?
Oh, they were all, these are all the descendants of the Remurians, so Botheus kind of had them in like an ever-ending dream. Now they're all awake finally. I have some really bad news I've been waiting to tell you, Nick. Oh, what's up, Adele? Ah, so the last one was there. Okay, nice. I was wondering, like, where am I get the last one? Yeah, I mean, you can look at all these and it tells a story if you want to look at it anytime. Yeah, it tells a story. And then you press play. And then the music plays, and then there's a story that goes along with it. You can do it in your own time if you want. Yeah, you can do it in your own time. You can always go back to that. I used up all my wishes for C1 New Villette, and I'm regretting it so bad. Well, Annabelle, all I could say is, you know, you can't have everything. I mean, C1 New Villette is great, you know, and we got C1 New Villette as well, actually, to be honest. So I feel you there. But, you know, but again, that's Genshin Impact. It teaches you life lessons that you can't have everything. You gotta choose. Okay. See you around, big guy. Isn't it a girl? Still supposed to be a girl? Well, I guess it's a dude here. Oh, well, whatever. Until we meet. It's an it. All right. Goodbye, Scylla. Okay, Cloud Retainer, I lost to Mona C5. The other one before Nuva, it was Sherry. Oh, okay, I see. Wait. Okay, you said that time Chori was lost to Tainar. Wait, okay.
The campaign begins.
Okay, hold on, John. Okay, so Cloud Retainer, you lost. Okay, you got Mona. Okay. Then the other one before Nuvalet, it was Chori, but you said you lost Chori to Tainari. Okay, between the Cloud Retainer and Chiori, who did you pull for that you won. Because, as I said, you cannot lose twice on the character banner. It's impossible. That's all. You know what? It's okay. Forget about it, John. It's in the past. You know, it's what it is. I think since you did lose with Nouvellette, you are guaranteed Arlecchino. So don't worry. It's just a matter of time before you get her now. There's one more. Use the Hydrocula, the Resonance Stone. Well, great. Now I have 2 extra Resonance Stones that, well, are not... Wait, what? It didn't? Okay, I think we have to go out. No, that's just the entrance. I think everything's done here. Yeah, we just have to get out of the palace. Yeah, there it is. Hey, what's up, Katakuri? Welcome to the stream, my ninja. Is this game infinite content? I wouldn't say it's infinite content. It's just continuous content, as in there's always adding stuff constantly. So I wouldn't say infinite. It's just ongoing. It's a live service. Well, that's just part of the mechanic. It's only if you're in this area. But it's because, you know, remember, this is beneath the Primordial Sea, that's why. Use the... Okay. Really? Nothing? What? Well, go to the... Yeah, go to the Statue of 7. Because remember, we're supposed to always have 1 extra oculi, that's why. I know. But then that's why I don't know why it's not... the stone's not resonating, you know? But yeah, Annabelle, you know, just, you know, save up your wishes right now, you know. That's all I can say, you know.
It's just 17.
Well, that's how it is. Don't worry, from now until this entire update, remember. Oh, we actually got it already. Never mind. I was miscounting. Never mind. And now we have 2 Hydroculi Resonance Stones forever. Yeah, see, we can't get rid of them, so. All right.
Okay, next time, count properly.
I did count properly. I only needed 6 more to go, so I got 6 Resonance Stones, right?
But then you always under forecast, because there's a possibility that you will get
The stone, yeah, cause that's what happened actually. Because so I activated the Resonance Stone, right? And then so it activated on the map, right? And then so I followed the map. And then when I went to that area, when I got the oculi, but it's not what the Resonance Stone was pointing at. I was like, ah, crap. So that's why I have extra Resonance Stones, because we got oculi that the Resonance Stone was not pointing at. And I hated that. All right. Nick, how do you lock the bus fight with the knave? There's 2 ways. One, it's by completing her story chapter, or you can actually just fight the boss going on your guidebook, and then you just select the fight. Here, I'll show you after Lady Nitro kills this thing.
Gather. This is order.
There we go. Yes. Okay, so Lady Nitro, I need you to click on the book icon. All right, and then go to domains, and then you go to Trounce domain, and you scroll all the way down to the bottom, and there you see the scattered ruins. You can just click on that on the right side on the battle button right there, and then you can just battle like that without having to unlock the quest or the area. So that's how you can fight the bosses early. That's how I was able to actually get Arlecchino's base normal attacks to level 8 without even finishing the quest. So see, that's her. Those are her constellations right now. I mean, actually, her talents right now. Okay. It's like I love always 100% my games. Can I do it with Genshin? Well, Katakuri, with that, see, with Lady Nitro and I, with this account, we've 100%ed most of the content. Like, you know, every update. So with this update, yeah, we're 100%ing it now. Then after we're done with that, we wait for the next update and then continue adding to the 100%. So you can 100% this game, but because of the content that's constantly being updated, it's like you will constantly being 100%ing it like every update. So it will never stop, but you can 100% this game. I hope I won't lose it to 50 on the weapon banner. Well, that's what Lady Nitro I hoped as well, but unfortunately, we lost it twice. Oh, those are bounty quests. For the weekly quests. Yeah, okay, we can do those. We can do the bounties later. We're going to fish. Guys, if you those of you who don't know French, poisson actually translates to just straight up fish.
Hey, traveler.
It's Linny!
Oh, Paimon knows that voice.
Alright, I'm gonna get Lady Nitro some Coke, guys. I'll be right back.
Over here.
The ones that
Look at that. It's still ice.
To borrow one of the more popular turns of phrase at the moment, this appears to be quite the fated reunion. Running into you two out of the blue like this has really made my day. I certainly wasn't expecting it.
I never fixed it.
You can say that again. What brings you to Poisson? Wait, Paimon's got it. You must be here for one of your magic shows, right?
Actually, we've run into a bit of trouble on the home front, so Father arranged for us to stay in Poisson for the time being.
Oh, are Lynette and Fremine here too?
I got some
Yep,
Coke Zero,
along
guys.
with most of the other members of the House of the Hearth. You may have noticed Poisson seems a bit more crowded than usual.
So you're saying nearly the entire organization has moved to Poisson? Sounds like you've run into way more than just a bit of trouble. What's really going on?
Well...
Since the two of you are so curious,
It's
perhaps I can
Arlecchino.
fill in the gaps.
Why is she called the Knave here? But whatever. It is what it is. We already know what her name
Paimon
is.
half to death.
Well, even we know Tartaglia, but he's always labeled as child, so I guess the same thing. Huh? Like, what's his name when he's
You're here.
talking?
You know...
Because you're talking towards there, I couldn't hear you, and you were even whispering like this.
It's all probably super confidential House of the Hearth stuff, right? We totally weren't trying to pry or anything.
No need to be nervous. I could sense your genuine concern from your conversation just now.
I prefer the Knave much better
I can also
to know her
understand
name.
your confusion.
Well, I mean, the Knave is a
Sending
title,
so
that's
many
why.
Fatui here to
I always
Poisson
refer
is
to
only
people by their
natural
name,
that
because, like,
some might suspect.
child's not a name, that's a title. Tartaglia is his
I
name,
understand.
and then his real name is
I'm well
Ajax.
aware you've had your fair share of
And then in
complications
real
with
life,
Fatui,
his real name is Francis.
and
I'm
I
joking.
can't exactly guarantee
If you know, you
that
know.
we'll remain on good terms in the future. As for right now, however, I would say we have
Well, if you
little
think
reason
about
to
it,
be at
also
odds with
Arlecchino is also another
The House
title
of the
that's given
Heart.
by the
As for the issue
Saritsa.
at
Her
hand,
real name is actually Peraware,
It hardly relates to any ulterior motive.
which
To
I
be
don't
frank,
personally
it
like
all
that name,
stems
but you
from
know
a
it is what it is.
certain
Her name is her
rumor
name.
circulating around the House of the Hearth.
What sort of rumor?
A rumor that a certain phantom child is hiding away in the House of the Hearth.
A phantom child.
A phantom child? Ooh, just hearing the name is giving Paimon the creeps.
A spirit that should have long ceased to exist is lurking in the shadows of the House of the Heart. So I decided to bring the children to
Oh yeah,
Poisson
John.
before
Yeah,
continuing
if you
to
saw
investigate situation.
the
I expect I should be able to track down
Genshin
this
short that
girl
was
fairly
released by
quickly.
Hoyoverse on
After that,
YouTube
it's
before
just a matter of
Arlecchino was
resolving
released,
the
it's an
situation.
animated short showing
curious
Arlecchino's
or if
backstory when she was a child at the
concerns, it might be
orphanage when
advisable to
it was
stick
still
around
run
for a
by
few
their
days.
mother
I'm sure the
before
children would be
Arlecchino became the
exceedingly
father.
pleased to welcome
Yeah,
some
her name is
visitors.
Peraware. I love how there's a song that is almost like made for Arlecchino, even though I'm sure the song came out before Genshin release. Funny enough, Annabelle, the actual songs that are used in Genshin are original soundtracks for Genshin. So Arlecchino's theme song, that is actually a song meant for Arlecchino herself. So that's the cool part. Rossley's theme music. Oh, I love that song. For a few days.
It has long been a dream of mine to invite you to our home and introduce you to my other siblings. You're quite well known in the organization already. A lot of
Are we gonna
people
see
have
the
been
other
talking
children of
about
the
you,
orphanage?
especially after everything with the prophecy. If you're willing, why don't you stay a while?
Also,
and
the
have a
short
little
that I
chat
was
with
talking
us?
about earlier with Arlecchino, it actually explains why she's called Father.
We don't have anything else to do right now anyway. But let's be clear, we're just gonna be there as guests, okay? Don't get any funny. Oh, wait a second.
Of course. During our stay in Poisson, we've been helping out the locals with some fishing. We bring in quite the bounty every day. In fact, today is the perfect chance for me to show you what I can do in the kitchen. Let's go. I'll take you to where we're staying.
No, but I just Googled it and the song is Russian. I'm not talking about the game soundtrack. So Arlecchino's theme is not an original? Well, that's unfortunate then. Because Alhaitham and Rossley's theme songs are original. Well, could it, are you, are you sure that's just not the artist? The artist also works with, you know, with Hoyoverse, that's why. So what you probably saw is that that's the artist who made that song. Because Hoyoverse are not artists. It's not gonna say song made by Hoyoverse. No, no, no. It's gonna give credit to the actual songwriter or song maker. But again, I could be wrong. I expect the puppeteer to show up without noise as cameo. Like, the puppeteer, you mean the marionette?
We rented this house from one of the locals to use as a temporary base. I'll come back later and tidy up a bit. After that, it should be all ready for you to stay in tonight.
The next region will be the Pyro element, which is Natland region. Well, yeah, we did discuss that, John, like way before in Sumeru even. Like we talked about that as well.
Paimon's not sure if she could even take a wild guess as to what's true. But now that we finally have the chance to see a day in the life of the house,
well, you're
It's
more
like-
than welcome to come along.
No, the song name is Arlecchino. I'm just talking about the song lyrics kind of sound like her name. Ah, okay. Oh, that's what you're pointing at. All right. I see. You can take a listen sometime if you have free time. I mean, I did hear the song. I thought it was cool, but I didn't listen to the lyrics carefully, so I probably will hear it now that you mentioned it.
Linny, we're finally here. The supplies. I'm assuming you've...
Brought them with me? Yep, here you go. Hello? Something caught your eye?
It's the Traveler in Paimon!
Oh, my darling.
He's like, there you call her your darling. Anyways, I hope I'm trying to get Arlecchino to friendship level 4 because Arlecchino actually has something to say about every single harbinger, including the Saritsa. I want to know what she thinks about the Saritsa.
oh, it's alright. Gotta say, Paimon didn't realize we were this famous.
I bet this shit doesn't have anything to say.
He doesn't exist.
Of course! Father and Linny have told us so much about you.
Father told us about how you helped Linny. According to her, you're a trustworthy friend. And as far as she's concerned, that's pretty much the highest compliment we've ever heard her give.
I heard the Traveler is so strong that she can move a mountain with her bare hands. I heard Paimon eats so much she can fill up the entire pantry at Hotel de Boer in just 3 days. Wait a chicken. That's
I love it how she pretty much said, dude, it's like, dude, the Traveler is a badass and Paimon's a fat ass.
We don't need something like that.
That's hilarious. I love that.
Come on, we insist. I can give you some of my new potions. Just pick your poison. And by that, I mean medicine or actual poison. I've got both.
This girl is a psychopath.
Or maybe Shaplo can teach you guys about stealth. He's super.
Ah, now that's not a bad
What the heck? Are they raising ninjas or something?
You prefer to fight head on, but it never hurts to expand your bag of tricks, right? When it comes to eliminating your enemies, staying quiet can go a long way. Trust me, I was poisoned not too long ago, and I'm still dealing with the after effects. So I'm not quite as good as I was before, but
This guy just like, yeah, I just got poisoned not too long ago, but I'm still recovering.
Wait, when you said gifts, but those are the best things we can give you. You don't like them?
These kids are not normal.
How about this? Tell me the name of someone who really annoys you, and we'll teach him a lesson for you.
They're freaking ninjas. Oh wait, I'm assuming these are all people from the House of Hearth. Yeah, makes sense.
Gift to make our guests happy. In fact, pestering them with suggestion after suggestion might make them more annoyed than anything.
Really?
They don't have social skills yet.
It's been so long since we've had guests to play with. If there's anything you need, just let us know. Yeah, especially if it's poison or something. I've got all sorts of potions for that.
I'll tell you what, we need you to get the heck away from me.
all right, see you later.
Stay away from us. Jeez. These people will kill you in your sleep. Nick, I already read the Sathos kit. Yeah, I saw both all three, Sijuin, Sathos, and Chloron's kit. Yeah, those are available to the public already. Yeah, so all that's free for reading. What makes me annoyed is that everyone on Twitter is saying they don't understand from what they're explaining. I'm like, you people have really bad comprehension skills. But yeah, I read all three of them, but the only one we really cared about was Chloron, since that's the one we're pulling for. We're not pulling for Sijuin, and we don't really care much about Sathos. So Chloron, we saw her kit, we saw her gameplay too. She looks absolutely amazing. We cannot wait for Chloron. That's who we're preparing for now. We've been even pre-farming for her already. Like her, excuse me, I burped. But Chloron's signature weapon, the Absolution, finished pre-farming for that already. Already ready for that. Now we're just farming for her Ascension stuff now. And we have over a month to do it. A month and a half. Because she's not going to be released until either the beginning of June or the end of June. We feel most likely she's going to be in Phase 2. But again, we could be wrong. It could be Sijuin is in Phase 2. But we'll see. It's either going to be Sijuin or Chloron in Phase 1. And we'll see when they confirm it during the stream. That's going to happen probably near the end of May. So we got a long time for that.
I heard you've
So best we start preparing for now.
We're making our. Oh.
You must be pretty familiar with Fontaine by now, then. Have you seen the new opera that started running recently? I think it's called The 4,000 Thieves?
Don't forget Sathos. Sathos is a 4-star character, so he's gonna be either with Sijuin or Chloron, so it really doesn't matter. But again, Sathos, we don't really care. That's why I'm not really concerned about when he's gonna be there.
What I've been able to tell from the posters, anyway. You should definitely check it out if you have the time.
I heard the leaks that El Haitham and Rossi will be coming back, so I'm screwed. Well, with the leaks, again, don't take them always with a grain of salt. All you can do is just prepare. As of right now, it seems like most likely in 4.7, Al Haitham will be either in Phase 1 or Phase 2. But Al Haitham may most likely come back during 4.7, so just be prepared for that. Rossley will be at another time. So, Annabelle, the best advice I can give is just try your best to prepare for them. That's all I can say.
Don't talk about family members.
The only reason why we look at leaks are not to say that they're true. They're just there for us to be prepared.
If you ever have some time, we should go see.
Because if you prepare that if they are true, at least you're prepared. If they're not true, that just gives you more time to prepare for them in the future. So when we look at these leaks, they're not meant for us to say, hey, it's right or wrong. No, it's say, okay,
that's it for the
there's a
surprise.
leak, let's prepare. That's what they're meant for. The leaks are just meant for preparation.
Well, they didn't seem too happy with each other. You're right. We're only here as guests after all. Oh, Linny's getting super far ahead. Come on, let's...
But yeah, most likely if you're gonna pull for, like, it depends on who Sethos is gonna be paired with. If he's gonna be paired with Sejuin, then we're not gonna get Sethos anytime soon. If Sethos is paired with Cloran, there's a possibility that we're gonna get Sethos and a couple of constellations for Sethos.
Well, I should
But again,
probably get cooking.
that's not intentional. We're not trying to pull for Sethos. We're trying to pull for Clorand. That's
Fremen.
all we're preparing for is Clorand right now. So I don't know why Fremene's doing that. But yeah, like, so for us, Clorand is our only concern. Any other name, we don't care.
Oh, you too. I heard you're here as guests of House of the Heart.
It's how we were when we had the mindset for Arlecchino.
We were
When
just going to
Arlecchino
get
was
some
announced,
food.
we were just doing our
Why
best
don't
to
you
do
come along?
non-stop
I could
preparing
use
for it.
some
We didn't
help
care
in the
about
kitchen,
any other
and I
character.
seemed
And because of that, we were
pretty
able to
busy.
get
Were you looking for something just now?
Arlecchino and Arlecchino's weapon.
Yeah, we've got some left over.
Her weapon, for sure we're gonna get Cloran's weapon 100%. I mean, I mentioned earlier that we pre-farmed already for her weapon, which is the Absolution, and we're already done pre-farming for that. So it's 100% we're gonna get Cloran's weapon. Plus, Cloran's weapon is even better than the Mist Splitter. It's the first weapon, sword weapon, that actually power creeped the Mist Splitter after so long.
Extra portion
Fremine, you remember what I
Because so
told
far,
you?
amongst all the 5-star swords out there, the Absolution is the highest crit damage rating, which is about 64% crit damage. Because the highest before is the Mist Splitter, which is 44%.
just
That I'm talking about swords, okay, guys? Only specifically swords. Because if we're gonna talk about, you know, just straight up weapons in total, then it's the weapons that have 88% crit damage, which includes Farina's Splendor, Nuvalet's Tome, and Hu Tao's Staff of Homa. Those are the weapons with the highest crit damage in the game, which is 88%. But here we're talking about swords. Swords right now, the highest so far that exists right now. Wait. Clavier? Is that her? Is that Arlecchino's former sister that she killed in the past?
You're back. Oh, and you...
It's an actual ghost!
Hello, my name's Linny.
Hi, Linny. I'm also a child of the House of the Heart.
Oh my gosh, how is this not creepy?
You can call me Clairvy.
Oh my god, it's a freaking ghost.
Clairvy?
It's nice to meet you.
Now, the only reason why we know about this girl, guys, is because, again, there was a short that was released by Hoyoverse on YouTube before Arlecchino's release that talked about the backstory. So, yeah, she killed her, yeah, because they had, the mother always had all the kids duel, but the mother made them duel to the death. And Arlecchino killed her, and because she killed her, that's what made Arlecchino kill the mother.
Does that name ring any bells, Linny?
No, not at all.
So yeah,
That's
so
not a name we have
guys,
in our
as I said,
culture.
this was released by Hoyoverse
Random child
on
fathers
YouTube
searching
before
for
Arlecchino got released. So if you don't know who
books.
Claire V is,
I'm
then
guessing you were the...
you should have watched the
I
backstory.
haven't told anyone. I've
For how long?
about half a month now.
So ever since we got to Poisson then, do you have any idea what you're doing?
I know what I'm doing.
Really? Because from where I'm standing, it looks like you're hiding the very person Father has been trying to find. If Father finds out, you know the rules of the House, Fremine. I know you do. Father...
I've thought it through. And I just can't hand her over like that. Linny, don't you remember last year? Sheplo nearly died after getting poisoned during that one mission. He wasn't able to get back before the poison started taking effect, and not a single person was there to help him. That night, while I was sleeping, I heard a voice telling me to go save him. I opened my eyes, but I couldn't find the source of the voice. That feeling of being haunted, of hearing voices.
Yeah, seeing this dialogue exchange, it just goes to show that
I'm sure
Fremine is more of a guy that has like
What you're
a
saying
bigger
is
conscience, while Linny is
that
like the
was
perfect
her?
soldier.
she was the one who spoke to you that night?
Unless there are other spirits roaming around the House of the Hearth, I don't think there's any other possibility. If Clairvy were our enemy, it wouldn't matter whether she was a spirit or an actual child. But she's been living with us, helping us from the shadows all this time. I couldn't just hand her over to be dealt with.
So what's your plan then?
I haven't thought that far yet.
Come with me.
Ooh, so we got rule breakers here. Father's not gonna be too happy about that.
Those two sure care a lot about each other. Well, they got a funny way of showing it. From where Paimon was floating, it sure seemed like they were about to bite each other's heads off. No way! They have a really deep bond. I could tell right away, because I also have a friend like that.
I just watched all those 3 characters. Oh, did you watch the gameplay of all 3 characters? Yeah, they're pretty decent. Sethos is alright. He's kind of like a 4-star Electro Yoimiya. Sejuin, probably one of the most unique gameplays I've ever seen.
I really didn't mean to.
But then Cloran is the one that has the most badass gameplay. It's literally like Dante from Devil May Cry.
Because I, for one, wish you did.
Huh?
You know, when we were younger, you didn't call me Linny. You called me brother, just like Lynette. We grew up together, the 3 of us. We were all orphans, all rescued by father. Of all the siblings in the House of the Hearth, I think our bond was the closest. Later on, when you started calling me Linny, I wasn't actually surprised. After all, Lynette and I are related by blood. We've had to depend on each other to survive long before we joined the house.
Linny,
The darkest and most difficult moments of my life happened before you and I had ever met. I'm sure that's true for you as well. Even so, Fremine, we've stood by each other for all these years.
Okay. So Fremine was never like a triplet. It was really just Linny and Lynette.
Most important people in my life. No one can replace you. So I won't let you face anything alone.
Oh, looks like things are getting kind of heated between Linny and Fremine. Oh, it's
Cloran is a must-have. Sethos is not a favor one. Sejuin is very bizarre. Well, Cloran definitely must-have because, you know, we've been wanting her for like so. Clairvy, she vanished. It's a freaking ghost. It's a freaking ghost.
Mary? Looks like she's not here either.
What the heck? What the frick? That's not creepy at all.
Time to leave.
Well, that's not creepy at all. I mean, I know we knew she's a ghost, but I like the fact that they're really trying to shove it in your face in this game that she's a ghost. But anyways, yeah, so like, yeah, Cloran, we've been wanting her ever since the beginning. Her animations just made it even better. Sethos, we don't know much, you know, from like, I guess the animation, because it's only a beta. Remember, the betas, they will change, you know, as time goes on. Sejuin, she's a healer, that's why. So of course, she's not gonna have the same animations as a typical, you know, attacker character. She's gonna have healing characteristics. It's like, are there any characters you will never pull for, or are you, Lady Nitro, both collectors? Well, that's an interesting question, Annabelle. See, Lady Nitro and I, we would like to have everybody eventually, but we understand how Genshin is just like life. We can't have everything right away. So while we would like to have everybody, we can't have everybody. So we pick and choose and prioritize. So if you look at our character archive, we actually don't have everybody, and we're probably not going to have everybody for a very long time. So we just prioritize who we want more than anybody else. And sometimes, you know, eventually other characters become the next top of our list, but because of constant updates and always new characters coming on, our list constantly changes.
It seems like wherever the house is, she follows.
Like, as of right now, like, after Cloran, we don't have anybody else, but Lady Nitro is already setting her eyes on that Natlin dragon, Shibalanke, already. So, when Shibalanke becomes officially announced, most likely he's gonna be the next top of our priority
Guess that means
list.
we should go ask her about her wish. But first, Fremine, I need you to promise me something.
What is it?
I need you to promise me that this...
Of course.
All right. Then let's seal the promise just like when we were kids. Fist bump on 3.
I'm glad the Chronicle banner is no longer coming back for now. Well, the Chronicle banner was, I guess they're just testing it out. Because the thing with the Chronicle banner is characters that like haven't gotten a rerun in a long time are a place the Chronicle banner could be. Like for that example, those who haven't seen Eula for a while. So with Eula, people who want Eula, they don't want her to take up a slot of the newer characters. So that's why the Chronicle banner is there for characters people have been waiting for to come back after a long time. So while the Chronicle banner is not meant for everybody, it does have its use. But I guess not enough people pulled for the Chronicle banner that for it didn't come back. So again, it's a test run.
You're an idiot, brother.
Oh, who you're asking now, John? John, the character is a dragon from Natlan. His name is Shibalanke.
You 3 travelers.
But that's for another time.
Wait, what did we do?
Again, we know all this from, you know, lore, other, you know, stuff that have been, you know, already been leaking through Genshin and all that. Like I remember when Lei Nitro and I we were preparing for Rossley even. Way before Fontaine even got released. It was in a bunch of leaks, and then the name was like, what the heck? How do you pronounce the name? Until eventually Rossley became official. Are there just some characters that you don't want at all and never feel like needing one, like Sino or Ito, for example? Well,
No time to lose.
I mean, those are characters that are definitely not on our priority. They're definitely low there. Ito as well. Venti, I know I don't like Venti. Venti's my least favorite character, but I know eventually we're gonna have him. And no, John, Shibalanke is not that spelling. Shibalanke is actually starts with the letter X.
She's full, but the food doesn't look like it's even been touched.
Here, I'll type in the chat how Shibalanke is spelled. Hold on, give me a moment.
To observe, it doesn't still. When she's presented with food, she'll always linger around it for a good little while. Maybe in her mind, she really is eating those things.
Does she know that she has already passed away?
You're right. That's my own fault. That's my own fault. Small or yeah, and then type this in. There we go. There you go, guys. That's the spelling for Shibalanke.
I've tried to ask her, but she didn't answer. My guess is that she's just as confused.
Clairvy, if you've got some time...
That's what, you know, uncultured people pronounced it.
Oh, another new friend. Hello.
Clairvy, how did you join the House of the Hearth?
I knew how to pronounce the name because I played Smite a long time ago, and they pronounced the name Shibalanke. So when I saw the name appear in Genshin, I already knew automatically how to pronounce it.
It's not on the roster.
The roster? Oh, I get it now. I think there might be some things you don't know about this place. The people in charge, they're not as nice as they look. They say they keep a roster, but it's not complete. There are a lot
Jeez,
of people
Clairvay
who
has the vibe of You'll Float too.
are family, and other people are just test subjects. Wait, does that mean that...
Is there anyone that can vouch for you?
Perry. She's my best friend.
Have either of you heard of that name before?
No.
They say Perry.
Clairvy.
Oh, Perry. Like it's a fair. It's like Perry.
Seems like she's telling the truth. Either that.
All right, looks like I'm gonna take the helm for a little bit. Lady Nitro's taking a break. All right, but yeah, just remember, John, if you do find anything on Shibalanke, it's just leaks. It's always subject to change in the future. I mean, Rossley got changed a lot. Hell, Chloran, before she used to be green. Now she's blue. So things change. That's why I always tell people, don't take leaks as facts. Take them as, take them with a grain of salt and always subject to change. Or just flat out incorrect. Leaks are just for preparation.
A wish?
Nick, remember when we talked about the Genshin community, how it sucks? I recently played with a player that was just like that. Same here, Annabelle. I played earlier today. Same thing.
Just imagine. It's your birthday, you're blowing out the candles.
I'm not into the leaks. I need to see the model of him. As I mentioned, John, the model of him is also a leak. So again, that's also subject to change. It's just a possibility of what he could look like, but that can always change. Hell, there's a possibility that Shibulanke won't even make it to the game at all. We don't know. It's just a possibility.
Where the sun can find me. That's it? Well, that sounds easy enough.
They told me my Nuvalet build sucks and it was weak, even if my build wasn't even that bad. Like, did they see the build in action? That's another thing, because there are people who actually look at like builds and like they assume it's weak, but they haven't seen it in action yet. I mean, I've had people assume that, our Nuvalet is bad because it only had 13% crit rates, but it's because it stacks up while battling. That's why. So again, there are just going to be people just like that.
Darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine.
I mean, Annabelle, that's why I said, don't worry about people like that. The Genshin community sucks, That's why we're not part of that community.
Okay, time to divide and conquer. I'll try and find a way to use basic illusory magic to take Clairvy outside and bring her somewhere with sunlight. Lynette, try and find the list of executions that Clairvy was talking about and see if her name is on it.
Interesting.
Fremine, you stay in Poisson. We can't be the only ones who've had run-ins with Clairvy. I need you to collect intel on everything she's said and done.
They didn't see it in action, which is even more horrendous. I'm guessing they just went to my profile and checked the build. Same thing here, Annabelle. People said the same thing with me. They didn't think it was good until I said, let's try it out. And when I did, they saw the numbers. They're like, oh. And then it's just it's always more satisfying that for Late Night and I with our accounts, our actions, our account itself, the numbers, they speak for themselves. We don't have to say anything. Our gameplay will do the talking for us. That's what you pretty much got to do. Just let your gameplay do the talking.
Understood.
That's why with Late Night Chat, we don't brag to people. We don't brag, hey, our character's like this, like that. No, we let the game speak for itself. Earlier today, oh my gosh, somebody literally just came to my world just to show off they had Arlecchino. And they're like, hey, look what I got. And then they saw that I had Arlecchino, so I just switched to Arlecchino. I'm like, cool. I just said to the person, cool, congratulations to you. And they're like, well, I bet you didn't get lucky with this. And then they showed their Arlecchino signature weapon just swung it at me. I didn't say anything. I just swung my weapon too. Showed that I also had the signature weapon. And the person was like, oh, I didn't know. Your profile didn't look like that you had Arlecchino and like that. I'm like, why do I have to show it off? That's right. And the person's like, well, okay, fine, bye. And then the person just left. And I'm like, what an asshat. You literally came to my world to brag about what you have just to realize that, hey, you ain't special. I got it too. That's just how it is. That's why I don't brag to people, I literally just only say things when people ask me. Other than that, I just play the game and say, hey guys, I'm having fun and what yada yada yada.
Try my best.
That guy was so annoying, man. I was so pissed off there with that person.
I really appreciate your willingness to help, but this is a family matter. I don't want to drag you in too deep. It's too risky. Let me think. Since Father considers you to be guests, maybe you could stick by her side for a little while. You don't need to do anything except keep
That is so weird. I would have
casual
kicked them out of my
conversation.
world right away when if I was you. Flexing is a big turn off for me. Hey, for me, you know, I just let people do it. I mean, it annoys me, but it's more of like, okay, it annoys me, but I'm not gonna like let it bother me. It's just that if they ask me anything, only when they ask me, I show it off, and then they realize, oh, I guess mine's not so great. I'm like, yeah, mine's better. I just didn't brag about it.
Ah, Paimon gets it. You want us to distract her.
I'll give you a magic bird. If Father suspects something, all you need to do is release it when she's not looking, and it'll alert me that something's wrong. Of course, that's only as a last resort. If Father doesn't seem to notice us, there's no need to make if the worst case scenario happens and we're discovered, just tell Father everything. We're not going to let our guests get punished for our own actions. That's where we draw the line. You too. Okay, this is where we part. Father should be at the beach nearby. I really hope this goes well. No, it has to go well. That's the only way this can get resolved.
All right. Okay, before we go there, I want to finish off earlier because I forgot to tell Lady Nitro to finish this place off because I have to. Since we just finished the statue of 7 and we maxed it out, we were able to get a key for the Shrine of Death. So we got to get the last Shrine of Death key or last Shrine of Death treasure. Okay, that's up here. Unlike me, Nick, the person is upset, didn't get the loot, and continue annoying me how lucky I was getting it. Even the weapon too. Well, I mean, like, you know, a person can be annoying, but you know, the person is not necessarily wrong because, yeah, getting the loot is just luck. Luck is something we can't control. You know, luck is not something to really brag about. You know, it's just you got lucky. All right, you know. Even me, I wish I was luckier, but you know, unfortunately, I'm not. But you know, like with other people, you know, who get lucky, you know, I'm not gonna get mad at them for that. You know, if they're lucky, good for them. All right, so that's done now. How much of the place do we have complete? Oh, there it is. Look at it. It is 100%. Yes, the Sea of Bygone Eras is now 100%. All right. Great. We also get a new name card. Or, oh. Ah, we got the Monsieur Oz as the quest avatar and achievement. Oh, that was, yeah, that was from the quest. And then, here, yep. Everything's 100% now here too. Yep. Complete this. Play all the notes. Unlock all the shrines. Unlock all the teleport waypoints. And then we get the name card. Sweet. Yes. We're also going to do this. We're going to do this after we finish the quest. We're going to do the Challenger series. Because it's free primos, right? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did I miss one? Oh, I missed one. Oh, yeah. Finally, we get to finally complete this after so long. We get to get the Statue of 7 to max level. Nice. All right, sweet. That's what I like to see. So many 100%. Nice. That's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, for us, that's how we were able to get a lot of primos. 100% of these, because all these achievements are literally just free primo gems. I mean, it's not necessarily free because you have to work for them. Some of these take a really long time, like this one. Lady Nitro has to do this one because it's already in a teapot, but even she's getting lazy with that's why this is never going to be completed anytime soon. What else? This one just got here, so we're going to finish this today's stream. Fishing. I hate fishing. We need 81 more fish, and I'm not going to do it anytime soon because I'm super lazy. But everything else, we've been getting 100%. And all these primos have been going to our characters. This is why Lady Nitro and I are not whale accounts. We are a dolphin account. Like, we do spend money here and there, but not enough to be able to get everything that we want. All right. So are we Lady Nitro? Check this out. See, before we can, went, yep, 100% Sea of Bygone. So once again, everything's 100%.
Let bygones be.
Again, no. So we'll never be in this place ever again. Hang on, we're never going back there ever again. All right. Lady Nitro's back at the helm, guys. I'll keep talking, but Lady Nitro's going to be playing now. The irony. It's child. Ooh, Harbingers talking to each other. Are we gonna see a Fatui meeting? No, 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 no. Get Scara so it becomes a complete. But then they're gonna be like, who are you? All right.
You're the one that made the contract.
Oh yeah. Hey, he's like, I'm the contractor. And then you get right out. Hey, I killed your colleague. Hey, I took your leader's coat. All right. So Child's here. All right.
It's the knave. And Child. Hey, aren't you supposed to be in Snezhnaya recuperating? What are you still doing in Fontaine?
Oh, it's you two. I didn't expect to run into you here. I was unconscious for quite a while after the fight in the Primordial Sea. After I woke up, I realized I was being taken back to Snezhnaya. And well, I couldn't have that now, could I? Not when I've still got unfinished business here in Fontaine. So, I mustered up all my strength and made the journey back on my own.
Wow. This child is stubborn. Nick, I really feel annoyed the notebook on leveling up the Favonius now and the 4-star artifacts to get the rewards. Hey, I mean, that's just free rewards right there, you know? And that's part of, you know, Genshin, you know, leveling up all that stuff. It may be annoying and tedious, but hey, you get rewards.
I still have so many questions for her. Without any other leads, all I could do was ask the knave to help me track her down. She must have left behind some traces from her time in Fontaine.
She may be the father, but she got the mom bod.
Unfortunately, no. While the House of the Hearth is adept at collecting all manner of intelligence, certain existences...
I don't know which one of the artifacts. Any 4-star artifact, John. It tells you just to level up any 4-star artifact, which is very easy to do.
She's not going to be found, but that problem has an easy fix. I just need to become strong.
Paimon thinks you should focus on getting better.
The worst of it is over. It's all thanks to that one kid from the House of the Hearth. Elwar, I think her name
Elor,
is.
that
She gave me a
psychopathic
bunch
poison
of
girl?
potions to drink. They didn't go down easy, let me tell you. Pain and chills all over. But they really did help speed up my recovery. And that's good.
Jeez.
It looks like I really
Harbingers
do
are
have to get back
crazy,
this time.
man.
The old man's been putting the pressure on me.
Project Stuja?
Yeah, that's the one.
One example. John, literally any 4-star artifact.
I'm not looking forward to
Any.
having to
As
listen
long as
to
it's a
all this
4-star
while
artifact.
Lenny and the others brush up on their fighting skills would be far more interesting. If you and I could spar, that would...
And what a sweet little daydream.
Man, Child really is a war
But
freak.
I also have a role to play in all this.
I'm gonna be so annoyed, but I won't be surprised if he also appears in Natlan.
Besides, considering
It's
how
like, we
little
better
work
not
we
see
fit
him
just
again.
outside
Hey,
home,
guys!
being called on to return to Snezhnaya by such illustrious dignitaries. What a great honor.
One I could do without, I'd say.
Is it just Paimon? Or does it kind of seem like they're...
Casually just trash talking each other.
So, dear guests of the House of the Hearth, to what do I owe the visit?
Well...
We wanted to learn more about you.
Right. We're super close to Lenny and the others, but we still don't know much about you.
Is that so?
That's the body.
Introductions have
Me too.
already been
Same thing,
made,
babe,
have
but
they
I'm trying to
not?
control it.
Oh, well, you see,
Me too.
there's
Oh,
only so much
I
to
wanna
learn
eat- I wanna
about
eat
someone
pizza.
from a short inner.
Huh, good question. I'd also like to know.
I had
The
rice
fact
with
that you
tuna
have to
earlier.
ask tells me our intelligence work has been quite successful. Telling,
Spoken like a true diplomat. That was some expert sidestepping right there.
well, if there's nothing else, I think I'll take my leave. I still have a small matter to resolve at home.
Wait, don't go!
Leaves right now. She sure ran into Linny and Claire. Release the bird. No, we should try to get her talking about something else. What does the organization do?
I'd also like to hear the answer to this. I've met some of the members of your organization, and they all seemed like really good kids. They actually reminded me of Tonya and Tusser, which, by the way, if you ever betray them, I'm just letting you know, I won't let you off easy.
Damn, challenging the nay.
And why would I betray them?
Well, you've already betrayed the House of the Hearth once, haven't you? At least, that's what I heard.
She has.
Okay, I admit. That's just what the old man told me. The rooster, I mean.
Ah,
Wait, did you really do something bad to those kids?
Never
it was
mind
the
what I
previous
did.
mother who
I'm
did
more
all that.
Curious as to what the mighty rooster had to say. Care to enlighten me?
Well, nothing much. Just some stuff about you taking out many other members of the House of the Hearth, and even going so far to attack your own family. Oh, based on your reaction, I'm guessing it's all a bunch
Yeah,
of...
the rooster is twisting the words.
I don't appreciate his particular turns of phrase, but I suppose he didn't say anything untrue. Although, it would be more accurate to say that there is a certain level of prejudice involved. But
I'll have to go have some
I
unfinished
intend
business.
to
You and
clear
Lane
that
have fun
up
doing the
just
quest.
yet.
Alright, Annabelle, thank you for joining the stream. Stay
Call
awesome, my
yourself
ninja.
a Fontanian, for
I felt
example,
tomorrow the event
and
will
people
come
will
out. I
assume
try to
all
gather
sorts of
more Prima
things
gems. The
for
Abyss, I
rewards.
need to do the 11th floor.
You're not
You do that, John. Try to do the 12th floor too, because 12th floor is also free
I was
primos.
trying to protect the children.
That's
born
150
Fontaine.
primos you can get right there.
Claiming that I myself was a Fontanian simply made it easier to operate. People would hardly suspect a fellow Fontanian of having any ulterior.
She's not, because there's two things I noticed
Who
with her.
wouldn't want to see
She
the
can't do the
primordial
dolphin
sea
leap,
wouldn't have any
and she doesn't have
effect,
Numar
but
Ossia.
it would have caused great harm to the House of the Hearth. Well,
Yeah, and then the fact she doesn't have Numar Ossia, because Cloran, she said she has a Ossia.
So, you stayed in Fontaine for the kids. I guess I was wrong to believe you'd betray them. Apologies. Looks like I was holding on to some prejudices myself.
It's just a misinformation, child.
Good.
The rooster
like I
twisted words.
said, I like it when
Like there
others
was
have
stuff like that in the House of Hearth, but if again, if you've watched,
While I was recuperating
if you've
with the House
watched
of the Hearth,
the
there was
shorts,
something
you would
else
know
that
that
really
it's the
caught my
previous mother
attention.
who did all
I heard
that.
that members always resolve disputes and arguments with a friendly spar, and the loser has to back down. Seems pretty cool if you ask me. Would also give them plenty of opportunities to hone their skills.
Well, that's only a recent development. In the past, such spars weren't nearly so friendly.
Tekken 8 is now on sale.
The losing party
Cool.
would
I
lose
mean,
everything.
I've had it since day one, so I can't really, you know, do anything about that
Well,
sale.
the current atmosphere's not half bad. I'm a bit jealous, actually. You've got so many family members around you, and you even get to live with them.
Having a lot of family around means dealing with a considerable amount of bickering and scheming.
But she makes the
Once
hairstyle
Tonya
look
and
good
Tusser
though.
enter there, just imagine. Tusser becomes obsessed with plucking out strands from the rooster's mustache, or Tonya decides to dye her hair 42 different colors.
Oh no.
Okay. I get the picture.
At least this lets me know that
Would you
even
look at
though
the
the
top,
Harbingers,
Traveler?
you know, are part of the same
I'm not
organization,
sure where our paths-
they're not involved in each other's lives very often. So
All right,
the
all
fact
right.
that they
Well,
both barely know
thanks
about
for
each other,
everything.
you
No
know,
thanks necessary.
goes to show they
You
mind their
also
own
played a part
business,
in obtaining the
which is good.
necklace. I would say we can call ourselves even.
Arlecchino? Yes. Nubile gave it to her.
I like the sound of that.
As thanks for
I'm
helping
off.
out the
See
people
you all some
of
other time.
Fontaine. and it's pointless for him to have it, so he just gave it. So this is the only time that a gnosis was given without any sort of conflict or
We should
struggle.
probably get going too. Do you want to head back with us?
There's only two.
It's true, it was through a contract, but look what we had to do. We had to fight Child and also fight Osile for it.
We don't, actually. It was just, it was arranged officially everything, but it's the exchange of gnosis. There's no by force. Jolly also gave it to Sangara.
Yeah,
We're all
but
enjoying the
that,
evening,
there was a lot of
friends.
still, like, you know,
Apologies for not attending to you like a
there was
proper
fight,
host.
but
Please.
we're not fighting with each other. We had to fight with Child.
Because Child was
But then Child was there to keep the conversation
Well,
going.
yeah, but
You don't think she suspected anything, do you? Oh, I wonder if...
well, during the time we were
decided
helping.
to
The
stay
Knave was
for a
helping us the
moment.
entire time. The entire conflict.
Let's take in the ocean view together
Child
then.
was an enemy. Actually, they view him as an enemy from the beginning because from once that they had this
I played that story on my other account, and I did see that. Yeah.
it's just that
Take it easy.
prejudice pero that's why they fought him kasi nga other people would really
We won't get into it here.
Lenny, how did everything go?
Well, long story short, we ran into a small issue. Everything was fine at first. She followed me up to this. But as I led her out of the shadows and into the sunlight, she vanished. I turned around, and there she was, standing at the edge of the shadows, silently watching me.
Huh. Maybe she's afraid of sunlight, or... Well, we could always try... Oh, true.
I've pretty much tried it all already. Nothing worked. Eventually, the sun went down, so all I could do was bring her back here. How did it go with...
Good. I've got the list. It's right here.
Really? Well, what are we waiting for? Let's take a look! Oh, that's a lot of pages. Oh, it's gonna take forever to get through it all.
We can each take a section. Here.
La Pouillade, Landois, Chambert.
Those who died in the House of Hearth. Those faces can literally be anybody since they're NPCs.
Oh, yikes. That Aurora guy has a huge scar on his face. He's kinda giving Paimon the creeps.
Ah, I've met him before. The scar is from an injury he received during a mission. I still remember him joking with me about it. He said any future lover would take one look at him and then lose all interest.
Did he say anything else?
Well, I asked if there was someone he was interested in. He said no, and that's where our conversation ended. It was only later that I learned he really did have someone he liked. He risked everything to escape so he could be with her, but it didn't work. One day, Father asked to see him, and, well, I never saw him again after that.
Wait, so that means the knave, she...
It may seem cruel, but it's just one of the rules. Betrayal is not to be taken lightly. We know too many secrets to come and go as we please. So, if you do try to leave, you pay with your life.
It's literally a ninja organization.
Her name's not here, huh? Well, that's not too surprising. Let's shift our attention then. Fremine, were you able to find anything out? Fremine.
Sorry. I managed to talk to quite a few people, but I couldn't help but notice that the atmosphere in the house was a little... strange.
Strange.
Yeah, I mean, I know there have been arguments in the past, times when people haven't gotten along. Chaplot and Filial are a good example of that.
Oh, those are two of the people that we met while delivering supplies. Paimon can see how they might not get along.
That's to be expected, actually. Father brought us all here, shared her knowledge with us, taught us how to fight. That's one thing we all share. As members of the House of the Hearth, we're also considered part of the Fatui. And to a lot of people, that's an identity they never asked for. Certain members get older and realize they want something else for themselves. But considering the rules of the house, most people would never say that out loud. People like Chaplot and Foltz are loyal to Father and her vision. They're proud to be part of the Fatui. Filial and Nantoy, on the other hand, well, they aren't quite as enthusiastic.
These kinds of conflicts have always been there. It's not like Father is in the dark about any of them.
Well, that's true. But it just feels like things have gotten worse lately. Filial and the others, it seemed like they were meeting in secret to talk about something. I can't say for sure, but I think they've met Clairvy.
You think she's been inciting them to act out?
No,
Okay.
not exactly. But I wouldn't be surprised if she said something to them about the darkness in the house.
Are you really falling asleep?
And how deep it runs.
You're not moving. Gamers never move like that.
Experiments
I never
with
move like that when I'm gaming.
They just believed all that?
Clairvy's words
Well, it's
probably
a
gave them the
character
answers
quest.
they were looking for. Whether they
New
actually
Valette is all
believe them or
dialogue,
not.
and you were entranced in that one.
Project Stuja, isn't
Daddy.
it?
What about Father?
What's this Project Stuja all about?
Sorry, but I'm not sure if the... I only know what Father has told us, which is that it's something the Rooster and Regrader have been working on
There's
together.
cinnamon swirls
Apparently,
and
it has to do
Madeleines
with the
and
strategic
fruit
plan
waffles.
for the future.
there's chips right there.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of them. Which one do you want?
And the onions, the jalapeno. Yeah, Caesar.
Because
It's
the
really
House of
nice
the
when I
Hearth
got
was
some
so
chips to
successful
eat
in
along
attacking the
along with
Gnosis,
the
we now
dialogue
have the
heavy
honor
quest
of
apparently.
playing a key role in Project
original?
Stuja.
Wait, but isn't
Mm.
that a good thing?
Key role is just another way of saying dangerous role.
Sorry about the potatoes, guys.
To us, the whole thing is an inconvenience. Father thinks
They're just so
too,
delicious.
but she's in no position to refuse. Their plan isn't exactly unreasonable. It's just that we'll lose a lot of members in the process. Participating in the plan.
Want something big.
Okay, super complicated top secret Fatui business aside, what does all of this have to do with the conflicts you were talking about?
External pressure has a way of exacerbating internal strife. You can't overlook the power of fear either. I thought resolving the Clairvy situation would make everything go back, but it looks like things are more complicated than I thought.
We can only focus on one situation at a time.
You're right. Well, Lynette, you stick with me this time. Fremine, keep a close eye on Filial and the others. Good work today, everyone. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Rest at the temporary accommodations. Oh, right there.
I'm always looking forward to an early night, but she can't sleep at all. Hey, you don't think the knave will be too angry with Lenny and everyone if she finds out about all this, do you?
Mmm.
She's even scary when she smiles.
Lady Nitro gave me her bag, which jalapeno flavored.
Ooh, you have to protect Paimon if that happens, okay, Traveler?
Why does the original one have more calories than that one?
Look over there!
Is that ghost child again?
Quick, let's catch up with her before anyone sees.
Quick, hurry! You just start walking. A carrot.
Over there! Oh, where is she going? Oh, if someone sees her, we're toast.
How is Paimon not like losing her mind just from seeing her vanish like that? Only us audience know that Clorvy's dead.
Oh, look! She stopped! Clearvy! Shh! I opened the window while no one was looking. Look how pretty the outside is. If only I could have more than this. You probably think I'm being silly, huh? All this hopeless resisting. It's better to dream of what I could have than try to make it a reality, right? Please, help us get on the same page here, Clary. We need you to tell us what you know. Can you do that? Sure. Although, everyone in this family is nothing more than a tool. Something to be used, and as long as you're useful, you get to stick around. Lose your value. You're handed over to the doctor, experimented on, and given a fate worse than death. I've seen it happen again and again. And you're saying the knave did all that? It's just, that doesn't seem like something she would do. She's scary and all, but it seems like even she has lines she wouldn't cross. I knew you wouldn't believe me. Everyone thinks she's a good person. They all think of her like a real mother. Mother?
There it is.
She doesn't deserve that title. She's disgraced it and tarnished it. And if I had things my way, I'd never see her again. If only Perry were here. She'd understand. Perry? Also, Paimon's getting a strange feeling. It almost feels like she's not really here with us. Well, in any case, it seems like she looks so young. But it seems like she's been... it's getting windy. I should close the window. Ooh, look at the moon. Isn't it pretty? Hey, wanna hear a secret? I heard that if you look up at the night sky in Snezhnaya, you can see the aurora. Perry and I promised each other that once we're older, we're gonna go see it together. But I can't find her. I'm worried she's also been... No, that wouldn't happen to her. She's special. Mother
Just
loves
hope I can get her
so
so I can level up fast. Hey, John, you know, remember, it's not a race. You know, once you get her, take as much time as you want.
Doesn't want to see me, and I'm too scared to face her. What should I do?
In the meantime, start farming for her stuff now. If you haven't already, that's the thing.
Paimon really doesn't understand what's going on with her. Well, let's head back. We've got an early...
Oh, thank goodness we don't have to, you know, do it ourselves. I like it. They're listening to us.
All right, looks like we're all here. Let's go ahead with the...
Oh? What is it?
What makes you ask that?
Well, we kinda ran into Clairvy last night, and we met the doctor back in Sumeru. He's super dangerous, and he's done all sorts of bad...
It's possible that Father and the Doctor have had certain dealings, but I don't think
It's because
Father
it's the
would
mother
let
who
him.
worked with the doctor before. Since the mother was the
We're
previous
not
harbinger.
really on the same side, so there's not a lot of trust between them. That doesn't exactly set the stage for a successful... I did hear, though, that when Father first became a harbinger, the Doctor offered to work with the House of the Hearth. Father rejected most of his proposals, except for one. It had to do with some sort of secret experiment.
Secret experiment? Could that be what Clairvy was talking about?
I don't think so.
I don't know any details about the experiment itself, but I do know it's an entirely independent operation. The Doctor only proposed a direction.
Could have been
for the
with
research.
Arlecchino's curse.
The details of the experiment are confidential, but complete records are kept on all participants. I know you don't agree with some of the Fatui's.
Alright, that's good. Clairvy seems to... It's just that... It doesn't seem like the easiest thing to do would be just ask the knave directly, but...
Father didn't come back last night. She's probably still near the shore. Lynette, you're with me. Fremine, you... All right.
The knave. Or 800, 480 plus 180, 660. I stopped tracking my
it's
calories
you two
now.
again. I must say, you look a bit pale. Did you have trouble sleeping
It's
last
because
night?
every time I'm
Perhaps
eating
if
every
you had
day,
less on your
I'm always
mind, so
under
what
what
are you
I'm
planning to do
supposed to
now?
be eating.
Catch
So I'm
up on
like,
some
so I'm always gonna be
I
under
must
no matter
confess
what.
to being curious. Without child here.
Us? Distract you?
This me?
Good one. But no.
If she said never, that would definitely be a white chicks reference right there. Us
Looks like you
distract
could have used some
you?
extra time to think.
Never.
No matter. Don't worry. I'll be sure to steer clear of any scheming
The ocean breeze is sure nice today.
Children always think they can hide things from the grown-ups. But nothing gets past me. Least of all a little scheming. I think I'll let them have at it for a little longer. I can be very patient.
It's the whole thing. I know what you
I'll
did.
leave you to think
Tell,
things
just
over.
confess though.
If you're so inclined, meet me outside the Palais Mermonia.
Palais Mermonia.
Good things come to children who do as they're told. So I do hope you decide to tag along. If only for your friends' sakes.
Probably.
What should we do? She clearly knows about everything we've been doing, and Paimon doesn't think it'd be a stretch to say she was threatening us just now.
Take a guess.
We should probably head to the Palais Mermonia. Paimon doesn't want to
Several
find out
days.
what happened.
I was thinking about that too. Pitch Perfect. Yeah, it's like I do also close up magic, dude. That's awesome. How long's that little guy been in there? Several days. All right, Palais Mermonia. Finally, we're done with Hydroculi forever now. Oh, I have
Seeing
already.
as we still have some time before my meeting, we might as well enjoy some pleasant
I-
conversation while we wait.
No,
I'm
the
glad
fountain
to
is
see-
at level 50 now,
I
with all the
assume you
rewards
are
already
aware.
claimed.
There's that situation with Philly.
Nothing really changed. It just said, congratulations,
I'm
level
not one to
50.
discriminate.
I
All
thought,
those
like,
who
you know, the
betray-
tree would, like, glow and things like that.
Oh, are you here to beg for their lives? I'm sorry to disappoint, but the
Don't you care about them at all?
any organization in which feelings come before principles is one destined for ruin. Perhaps I can offer you this consolation at least. As our guests, you two, I would imagine Linny, Lynette, and Fremine will be able to keep their lives. As for Filial, Nantoy, and the others, I'm afraid there's little I can do.
But that's...
Ah, you seem concerned. If Linny and the others manage to dispose of Clairvy in the meantime, all evidence of their wrongdoing will be lost. In that case, I could hardly punish them for something I couldn't prove. If their efforts are unsuccessful, on the other hand, all will be held accountable. And the punishment will, of course. Oh, and here, I believe this. It takes a considerable amount of time to train a bird like this. It would be such a pity if you were to lose it. Permanently.
Wait, where did you get that?
Well, I'm afraid that's all the time we have to chat. I asked you to meet me here because I have business at the Palais Mermonia. It has nothing to do with you, but I think it would be prudent for you to stick by my side for the time being. There will always be time later to run off and tell Linny what you've learned. Well, time to go. Looks like we wrapped things up just in time.
That chick right there. That door right there. Plessia. All right. Nouvellette, we're here. Go see Nouvellette. There he is. Nouvellette, I have arrived. All right, what's the dialogue gonna be here? See, now there's the engrossed face I'm looking for.
Of course, there's Nouvellette.
I must say, I wasn't expecting my meeting request to be approved quite so quickly. The Palais Mermonia operates with an efficiency worthy.
It is only right that an esteemed diplomat such as yourself should be afforded the proper level of respect. Although, if I may speak plainly, I must confess that I did not anticipate we would have the occasion to meet again after presenting you with the Gnosis.
Oh yeah, true.
I see you brought the Traveler and Paimon with you as well. If I may inquire as to the purpose of your visit.
You're
I'll
the
be
purpose
departing
of my
sometime
visit.
shortly. There is, however, an outstanding matter that I would like to see resolved before I go.
Oh, she's
it requires
leaving.
a rather lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. So I took the liberty of explaining everything in this proposal. Please review it at your leisure, Monsieur Neuvillette.
This is my proposal.
So, how long have you two known each other? She
I
firebended.
understand your request. However, at the risk of causing offense, I must admit that I fail to see why you would wish for such a thing.
I heard you have a certain fondness for water tasting, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Yes, she does.
So allow me to use water as an analogy. A family is like a large body of water with countless rivers flowing in and out.
Okay.
As someone who watches over this system, I would hope that each river that flows from the source will eventually reach the ocean. Of course, objectively speaking, I know this is impossible. Most of the rivers will dry up along the way, disappearing into the ground and leaving nothing but a barren riverbed behind.
Okay.
Not all rivers are destined to reach the
Lady
ocean.
Nitro always loves
Not
her
all
her
see
dragons.
their existence rendered meaningless. I believe the water that flows within them is simply meant for a different destination, like a field in need of irrigation. Or perhaps the glass of a certain water-tasting enthusiast.
Did you get any of that, Traveler?
Your
Kind of.
words paint an optimistic picture indeed.
Nubile
Only to
completely got
remind
it.
you, however, few among us are willing to sip from a glass filled with tainted water.
So basically, she wants to leave the House of Art under Fontaine.
Maybe. Could be.
It may have been tainted at one point in time, but not to worry. I'll make sure it's strained of all impurities and returned to its cleanest form.
I seem to recall there being a transactional aspect to your proposal. Perhaps you could expound on
Another
that?
transaction?
If you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I will gradually withdraw my forces from
Oh.
Fontaine, and, unless absolutely necessary, I will no longer carry out any special missions
Ooh.
within Fontaine.
I presume I can take your words to mean that, in the future, cases similar to the Tartuffe assassination will cease to cross my desk?
Tartuffe. Ah, that thief who embezzled funds from all those charities, you mean? My deepest condolences to his family, but without any evidence, I cannot imagine how the House of the Hearth might have been involved in his passing. Of course, if you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I'm sure certain measures could be taken to reduce the frequency of such troubles.
You choose your words carefully indeed.
She does.
In that case, I'm inclined to accept your proposal.
She admitted it to doing it
My thanks for
without
your
actually
generosity,
admitting it.
Monsieur Neuvillette. Well, with that settled, we should be going now. I took the liberty of bringing along 2 bottles of spring water from Snezhnaya for you to enjoy. I do hope I get the chance to hear
It's
your
water.
impressions.
These harbingers, they're intelligent, man.
Indeed. I trust you would not overlook your commitment in the meantime.
All right, Traveler Paimon. Time to go.
Bye, Nublet. Oh, he's gone already. Oh.
I believe I've told you before that my emotions easily resonate with those of others. Yet in the few meetings I've had with that Harbinger, I haven't been able to sense any aspect of her emotional state. Her mind is like a still body of water. Who knows what darkness
Again,
lies
with
in
the
its
water
depths.
analogies,
The
Nublet.
lack of It's unclear whether this is her natural state of being, or whether it's an incredible strength of will that gives her the ability to master her emotions. I do not expect an explanation as to why you two are by her side. Whatever your reasoning, I would only advise you to take
So
caution.
basically, she's a ninja. No, Lady Nitro, stop it. Lady Nitro, stop it. Lady Nitro admiring Nubilet's beauty. Alright, bye, Nubilet. Wait, it'd be funny if you actually got Zhongli out there. He actually is gone. Oh, he's still there. Zhongli would be go, or it'd be funny if you try to switch to Zhongli, but it won't allow you. That'd be a nice detail. All right. All right, let's get out of here.
Take it easy.
All right, what's next, Arlecchino? What you gonna do for us now? All right, here we go.
So, what exactly were you talking about back? Paimon only heard you mention some rivers, a large...
You really want to know? I would imagine there might be more pressing
hopes everything's going okay. Oh, Paimon recognizes that look. You've got your tiki cap on, don't you, Traveler?
They have caps here in Teyvat? But she doesn't seem to be joking earlier when she said those who were trying must be here, though. I think she's serious about punishing those kids. Stop her. Something else you have to figure out first. While we were talking in front of the magic Clervy's name, does that mean she knew where Clervy was this entire time? Is she hear how Linnea are going to act? Oh no! Oosh!
Oh, shoot. Are you alright? Oh, jeez.
Wait, that guy has a scar.
I was so focused on selling these papers.
Wait,
I
wasn't he on the
forgot
list
where
of the
I was going.
executions?
I had a feeling that he didn't really die, but he died on that identity and he got
New identity.
Yeah.
So it's like he's not with the Hearts of Hardmore. He's a new identity
Yeah.
now. Ooh, interesting.
Well, let me make it up to you at least. Here, take this paper.
For some reason, it's that
Oh, you don't have to
hideous
give us
scar.
anything.
Please, I want to. It's not like I'm short on supply. All the extras, it's my fault, really. I was just trying to bring home some extra mora for the family, but I bit off more than I can chew. I haven't had many take.
What's going on here?
Nothing much. I just ran into your friend here on accident.
Hold on.
Of course, I'm happy to compensate you with mora. It's just.
I'll take 3 papers. Here. Your.
Oh, thank you for your patronage. If only I had the chance to run into such generous customers every day. I should probably just take on a smaller inventory.
Well, now that my affairs are settled, we should take the boat back to Poisson.
Interesting.
Why don't we stick around for a little longer? Paimon just realized how hungry she is. She can't head back to Poisson on an empty stomach.
She's still trying to, pull this all over her eyes right now.
It appears you two are under the impression that delaying our return will somehow alter the situation in your favor. I'm sorry to ruin your fantasy, but your efforts are meaningless. That being said, I could be persuaded to give Linny some extra time. I just have one condition. If you agree to my request, I'll even answer some of your questions. You're quite curious about Clairvy, are you not? And my relation.
Wait, why are you being so generous all of a sudden?
You overestimate yourself. You don't have the The most important consideration in a negotiation is that both sides receive something they want. Wonderful. Here it is.
What is it?
When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds normal enough.
That is for you to decide.
We accept your
Then we have a
condition.
deal. Follow me.
So her condition is just do whatever you want. Okay.
help them.
So, whenever we want. It's like, don't tell me what to do. It's like, you're free to go. Don't tell me what to do. Why are we so far away?
Nameless. Is there food there?
Nameless. That's the name of the restaurant. Nameless Ruins. You win a trip to a restaurant. I just got back. I've done the new artifacts 5 times. I got crit rates. Nice. Hopefully crit damage as well. Because that's what Arlecchino needs, crit damage, because...
How about we explore the area ahead of us later? How about we explore the area ahead of us later?
Shut up, Hamon.
One straight dishes.
Jeez. Alright, there you go. Berries. Condescence crystals. Not condescending crystals, condescence crystals. That one too got and one pyro bonus. Nice.
What is this place?
Oh, it does look like where the boss is.
Somewhat long
Oh,
forgotten
this
by
is where it all goes down, guys.
It used to be a grand build. No one comes here anymore, nor does anyone care about what once happened here. Although it was before I became a harbinger, and before Linny and the others joined the House of the Hearth. Due to certain events, I first killed Clairvy and then her mother.
Oh yeah, when Arlecchino killed the mother, it was a huge explosion, and so that's why the runes look like this is exactly where she
Patience,
killed
Mother.
her.
Allow me to explain Clairvy's side of the story first. I'll start from the beginning.
All right, let's see this.
Clairvy
Yep, there
was
she is. That's the
6 years
mother.
old when she was brought by her mother, Crucibina, to live in the House of the Hearth. From the outside, it seemed like a fairy tale. A thriving family made up of kind adults and friendly children.
Biologically.
No. She's also an orphan. She's also adopted.
Crucibina was the name
Crucibina.
at that time, and the House of the Hearth was under her control.
Oh, she is by blood.
Clairvy's mother by blood, but she was also the mother to all the children in the house.
So that is her own child.
Clairvy was happy here for a time, but she quickly realized that being part of this family wasn't a fairy
So
tale. at all.
Crucibina.
It was a kind of purgatory.
Purgatory?
Exactly. The House of the Hearth takes in war orphans from all over Tevat. But as for how to raise them, that depends entirely on the person in charge.
Okay.
Crucibina came up with a novel idea. She would teach the children to fight, force them to duel each other, and then crown as the king of the house the child who proved themselves most worthy of inheriting her title. It's difficult to estimate the number of children who died or were maimed in the process. There's little I can say about the ones who died. The ones that emerged with permanent injuries, on the other hand, well, they still served a purpose. They would be handed over to the doctor to be experimented
Oh
on,
my gosh.
or sent away on dangerous missions. Nothing more than tools to be used and then discarded.
So those were the experiments Clairvy was talking about. But what actually happened to her? You said that Clairvy was Crucibina's daughter, so if Clairvy tried to convince her to stop what she was doing, Crucibina probably would have
Oh no,
listened.
no, she would
being
not have.
Clairvy's mother, Crucibina cared little for her daughter. She forced Clairvy to join the House of the Hearth only as a means to demonstrate her own impartiality as a mother. To prove that she treated all her children equally. Clairvy did try to convince her mother to change her ways, but it was to no avail. After her efforts failed, the only other option was to rise up and try to fight back. Unfortunately, the other children had already been thoroughly indoctrinated into the illusion of happiness Crucibina had created. Of course, there was one exception. Someone Clairvy's age who knew the truth about the House of the
That's her,
Hearth.
Paraway.
Her name was Paraware.
Wait, the friend that Clairvy...
Friend, huh? I suppose we can call her that for
They were
now.
like sisters.
Clairvy was a cheerful and passionate person with a tenacious spirit. Paraware, on the other hand, was rather... her cold-blooded nature allowed her to see through Crucibina's facade. Yet, it was also this cold-bloodedness that prevented her from acting against it. At least at first. While Clairvy longed for freedom, Paraware was convinced that, amid all the fighting and violence, she would make it until the end. Despite their differences, the two became fast friends, united by their knowledge of the truth. Clairvy told Paraware that she hoped to create a real family, where no one would be killed or sacrificed. There may have been a certain naivete to her ideas, but Clairvy proved her determination many times over. She tried countless times to run away, ask for help, or expose the truth.
Damn.
But her efforts only earned her
Heavy
beating
stuff.
after beat. Even with her body racked with pain, she would still stand on her tiptoes and open the window at night. She and Paraware would look out at the moon together, a fierce longing for freedom shining in her eyes. But one day that light simply vanished.
Oh no.
Her hopelessness.
Yep, there it
was
is.
the
That's their
culmination of
uniform. Yeah, when they
things.
dueled each other.
10 years had passed. 10 years worth of failure after failure. She and Perouer weren't children anymore, but finding any chance to escape still seemed as hopeless as ever. It was during this time that Perouer suggested a new plan. If escaping was out of the question, why not take down the very person sitting on top of this throne of lies? Mother herself. Clairvy rejected that proposal. She claimed that, as a famous harbinger, Crucibina possessed an unimaginable amount of power. Trying to kill her would have an incredibly low chance of success. Clairvy never gave another reason, but Perouer could see it written all over her face. Clairvy still thought of Crucibina as her mother. Killing
How
her
sad.
own flesh and blood was a line if she couldn't escape and fight back. Precisely. Death was the only way.
And she allowed herself to get killed by Arlecchino. Yep, that's what happened right there.
When she arrived at the duel.
By the way, guys, I suggest watching the animation on YouTube. It's beautiful animation. Hoyoverse knows what they're doing.
The very person that had stood by her side all those years. It was a fierce battle. But ultimately, Clairvy decided to let Perouer end her life. From that moment on, Perouer's journey was one written in flames. When the rain finally came and washed it all away, there she stood, the sole victor in Mother's endless game of slaughter. A trail of corpses strewn across her path. It was the very result she had predicted 10 years prior. Even then, she believed she would make it until the end. She wasn't surprised by the fact that she emerged as Mother's undisputed heir. Rather, her success
and that's when
left her with an
Caraway
inexplicable sense
challenged
of
Mother.
unsettled. And there was only one thing that could quell that sensation.
Killing the person at the very top.
Crucibina, you mean?
Correct. This is the place where Perouer killed her best friend. A mere year later, this is also the place where she fought tooth and nail to kill the mother they shared. The moment she acted, any conception of what was right or wrong ceased to matter. It's one of the principles of Perouer won the battle, and became a harbinger herself. After which Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa, bestowed upon her a new name. Arlecchino.
So
Yep.
the Perry Clairvy was talking about, it was you all along.
It was Agatha all
I
along.
left that name behind long ago. I must say, hearing it now does bring back memories. After I defeated Crucibina, the moniker of Mother died with her. I chose to forego the title she called herself and even chose to give up my own name. I rebuilt the House of the Hearth under a new identity. Not only as Arlecchino.
Because she didn't want to
but as
be like
father.
how Mother
And
was, so
that
she wanted to be something different.
is
So
where the
like she became
story
Father.
ends. Any more questions?
Oh.
Yeah. Based on what you just told us, Clairvy wasn't a little kid when she was killed. So the Clairvy we met, was she
She was
really
a
spirit
ghost.
at all?
Yeah, when she was.
Killed, but she's a kid.
There has to be a reason why. There has to be a reason why. Why is it that that's the form she took when she's a,
you know, an illusion born of flame. Her existence is like ashes to a fire, something left over in the wake of. You see, a certain power runs through my veins. It's not unlike a curse. My flames leave behind shadows of anything they consume. Of course, the chances of those shadows morphing into a sentient entity are exceedingly slim. Clairvy is a very special case.
So your fire can make ghosts?
Clairvy died when she was 16 years old. But what emerged from the flames was her 6-year-old self. Her appearance wasn't the only thing affected. Most of her memories were lost to the blaze as well. Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self. Lose 10 years worth.
Okay, so memories.
No wonder Paimon got such a weird feeling when we were talking to her.
Perhaps I should put it this way. Clairvy is someone trapped in time. It may seem like she exists with us in the present.
So if all of that is true, then you must have known about Clairvy for a long time.
Indeed. She's a rather
So she's been
volatile
seeing her
and
constantly.
unstable, but other times she would hide from me and become obsessed with revealing the truth about the house to anyone who... Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Your attempts to expose Clairvy to sunlight. They failed, yes. The reason is actually quite simple. In Clairvy's mind, the house is impossible to escape. And it is this very perception, but... no matter. All I have to do is kill her again, and all will be resolved. I don't anticipate so much as a single speck of
Wait! Paimon can understand why you might want her gun. So what if she's trapped in her 6-year-old self? She's still your friend! At least talk to her!
It's too late for that. She broke the rules,
what time?
and now she must be punished.
Okay.
That goes for Filial and Nentoy as well. I hope you understand. The difference between Crucibina and myself lies in our formulation of the rules, not our policy for enforcing them. Upholding the rules without question.
Is this really what you want to do?
Finally, some voice acting.
Whatever could you mean?
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
They should have more dialogue of the traveler.
Whether as a killer or as a father, there are two things that must be avoided at all costs. Anger and sorrow. Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver.
That's true.
It appears it's about time to proceed. Before we arrived, I told some of my well-behaved children to bring our troublemakers here by nightfall. I do believe I've kept my end of the deal. I give your friends quite a bit more time. As for what happens now, we'll just have to wait and see.
What's gonna happen? Look, it's a subunit.
Here they are, Father.
Chaplot. How could
You gonna execute him? Seeing something like that would actually be a first for me.
What the heck? That's so sadistic.
Lenny!
I'm sorry. I heard about how you helped buy us more time, but I still failed. I couldn't find a way to...
She's hiding behind the stone wall so she doesn't touch the sunlight.
Perry?
Indeed, it's been a while, Clairvy.
Perry!
Shh, stay right there. I'm sorry to postpone our reunion, but first, I believe certain scores need settling.
Oh. 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 Oh, it's not a cutscene yet.
Father, let me explain.
Out of my way.
Father!
You chose to conceal a threat to the house. And for that. Overall, however, I suppose your wrongdoing is hardly the most egregious of the bunch, so I'll deal with your punishments later. As for right now, the more pressing concerns are the traitors among us.
By traitors?
Father, let me explain. We didn't mean to...
Fultz, why don't you share what you heard?
Yes, Father. Secret
That little
United
kid,
Quiz
man.
number 3. Participants: Filial, Nantoy, Sato, Toddy.
You little
Nantoy
rat.
clearly said, "If only Father wasn't the one who took us in." Sato added, "I'm sick of this life. I just want to live as a normal person."
This kid's a menace to society.
She called us crazies and said a bunch of mean things about Father.
I did not! You're lying! Fultz is trying to frame us.
It's not like I'm the only one who heard those things. After that, you and Toddy and a bunch of other people started talking about Clairvy. You were using all those things Clairvy brought up as an excuse to question Father. We're birds locked in a cage. The only way out is to destroy it.
Look at this little brat, man. I'd drop kick him if I could, you know.
What did I ever do to you, huh? And you, Sheplo, have you forgotten who stood by your sickbed, watched over you, and changed your dressings? Come on, let's hear it then. What's your reason for all this?
You're wrong, Filial. We don't want you to die. You're our family.
Liar. You wouldn't be doing this if that were the case. So why? Why have you backed us into a corner?
We all live in the House of the Hearth. You know the type of work we do, Filial. A single betrayal can cost dozens of us our lives. It's not like it's never happened before. That kind of thing is hard to forget. That's why the House of the Hearth cannot tolerate any form of betrayal. Ever since we came to Poisson, you've had 7 secret meetings.
Damn.
A lot of the things you talked about really crossed the line.
You've been spying on us for half a month? Wait a second. Now that I think about it, the move to Poisson was just a way to make it easier to spy on us, wasn't it? Because we were all in one place. You've had this planned all along.
Filial, Nantoy, I'm sorry. I owe you both my life. I owe Claire V too. If it weren't for all your help after I got poisoned, if this were any other situation, I would do anything to repay that kindness. Even if it
Why?
That's enough, Filial. We made a mistake. And we should own up to it. I'm sorry, Chaplot. Faults. We...
Chaplot, according to the rules of the House of the Hearth, how should these traitors...
All those who betray the house.
And so it shall be.
Oh my.
Father, please wait!
Something you want to say,
Please reconsider, Father. What Filial and the others did. Does it really count as betrayal? We all come from broken families. From the very first day we joined the House of the Hearth, we wanted nothing more than to make it a real home. But the truth is, none of us know what a real home should look like. I'm not saying I have all the answers. All I know is this. Killing Filial and the others may uphold the rules, but doing so will only bring us further away from being a real family than we've ever been. So please, Father, please.
I agree with Linny.
What? Even Lynette's?
Father, please.
These 3. They're standing up
Linny,
to the
you-
daddy.
I also agree with Linny.
Uh-oh. No.
An order once given cannot be However, given the extent of your determination, I suppose...
Dang, Lady Nigel has Hawkeyes. She just said there's eggs over there.
Our weapons?
Father, are you referring to a duel?
Precisely. The rules of the house will not be altered. Traitors must be punished. However, resolving disputes with a duel is also one of our rules, one that also applies to me. Demonstrate a sufficient showing of strength, and I shall offer a concession.
Wait. Beat. Father and a duel.
Impossible. Father is wicked.
Oh. Oh, there's a weapon. So that's Lynette's weapon.
Linny and the others have to duel the knave. What should we do?
The new 4-star
Can we
weapon.
really win something like that?
It's the one in the.
Yeah.
If they lose, those people from the house are really.
Really what she wants?
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Anger makes you impulsive. So
Answered my question.
Oh. Looking at that expression on her face, she seems really serious about this.
Although,
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. And
when the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation.
okay.
And lend your help.
What's wrong, Traveler? Hey, where are you going?
Traveler?
She stands with them.
You're asking to join the duel against the knave?
If that's okay.
I'll allow it. We do have a ready-made dueling ring at our disposal, after all. All I would advise is this. Keep a firm grasp on your weapon, and give it your all. Any less, and you may just lose your life.
Oh.
I don't want to go. Maybe backpack.
I think you'll have your. Okay, there it is. Okay. Okay.
Solidify.
Is it my turn? Things are about to get dicey. Laid bare.
Watch out for father's movements.
Mm-hmm.
Is it my turn now?
Stabilize.
With the fall of darkness,
Father's even stronger than I
shall
expected.
rise. Have a taste of
Solidify.
quietly now. Inazuma shines eternal.
Try to pace yourself.
All right. So Lady Nitro is the one with this fight right now. He's gonna be just fine.
The counting has runs over. Like a fly tangled in a web. Transfixed.
Now's our chance.
With these rising flames.
You did your ultimate.
There is no escape. Are you alright?
Is it my turn?
Now you shall perish.
Spare your energy. Running is of little use.
Oh, next scene. And now she is Spider. Cinder of Two Flames, Paraware. Of course, another. All right, marker with Arlecchino first.
This is
My
getting
blade
interesting.
is all that
Marker,
remains.
then set up so you get the 5 seconds.
Shine down. Here comes the catch.
I will have order.
Witness my rise.
All right. Yeah, don't do should have done the ultimate because ultimate clears the mark.
Over here.
Yeah, Arlecchino, she marks you with Bond of Life.
Gather.
Dodge time.
The sun and moon have set.
Watch out for father's movements. Look out!
Okay, you're good.
There is no escape.
Transfixed.
Torn to oblivion.
Okay, now the mark is big, so that's where you switch Arlecchino and absorb that.
Commendable.
All right, there you go. Oh, cutscene time.
You should know better than to crowd in one place.
Oh, I know.
I'm sorry, Father.
Sorry for what? This pitiful excuse for an attack.
Damn. Damn. I know, right? Give her the blade of Narcissus and Cruise, you know, or something, you know? I know, that's a nice outfit. It really just shows us that Child's outfit kind of went over the top.
Made it out, did you? You're stronger than I expected.
I know, right? I mean, the fact that you set against Father with a dull blade, that's pretty impressive. This Crimson Moon, why does it keep reoccurring every time? First it's Raiden Shogun, and now... Oh. Damn.
Still, not strong enough to beat me.
Well, geez. Sorry about that. Wish we could get it for Genesis Gems. It'd be cool. Be cool if we can get that outfit, yeah. Same with also, you know, Child's, you know, Batui form. The second form, that is. Not the third form. Not the Devouring Deep one.
I believe we can end things here. It's not often that we get to enjoy the company of guests, after all. Brother, are you all right?
Lenny.
Given that I am the victor of this duel, as agreed, the punishment stands.
No!
I never thought things would end like this.
However, everyone involved in the duel demonstrated a remarkable level of strength and determination. In light of this, I'm prepared to change the method of execution. Elwar, the bottled flames I gave you for safekeeping. Do you still have them?
Bottle of flames?
Yes? I wasn't sure what they were for, but I've kept them super safe.
Wonderful. Then,
Bottled flames?
indeed, they're the product of a secret experiment.
Okay.
Under certain special circumstances, flames can be extracted from my person.
Ah,
and
the
preserved.
experiment she did with
Once
Del Torre.
ingested, searing pain will spread across every inch of your body. No harm will come to you physically, but your memories.
Oh, so that's why the other guy, it seemed like he wasn't acting. He really didn't know who Arlecchino was anymore.
You awake, you'll have forgotten everything you know about. In other words, administering this concoction will kill the version of you that grew up in the house, and give.
I looked, the one selling newspapers. He must have been the same horror we saw. He wasn't killed at all.
Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your.
Is right. She really thinks of that as killing him. The horror that he lived. It's much better than actually ending their lives. Yep.
You're just letting us go?
Not really.
Understand. Memories are extremely important. Once consumed by flame, the version of you standing before me will die, and our
True.
secrets will die with you. So no, I don't intend to just let.
Even so, I'm sorry.
True, yeah. They won't have to even live in fear because they don't even know what the House of Hearth is. That's actually really merciful.
I really
don't cry.
But of course, if you grew close with the members of the family there, then you won't remember them. So that's the only other heartbreak.
Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver.
Of course.
Dry your tears and go pursue the life you really want.
Yes, Father.
Chaplot, Fultz, Elwar. Take them back to Poisson. I prepared 3 extra vials of bottled flames. As for whether to take them, the choice is yours. Goodbye, children. The next time we meet, I will no longer be your father.
Oh yeah, she's disbanding the House of Hearth.
Thank you for all you've done for the house. I hope you have bright futures ahead of you.
Oh, she's no longer gonna be. Yeah, that's why she's leaving Fontaine for good. Because, well, yeah, she has the gnosis already. She has no reason to be here anymore. Wow.
Let's go.
Here, grab my arm, Linny. I'll help you walk back.
Balls, you psychopath.
I know, these guys are psychopaths, man. And you stayed in the shade this entire time.
Clairvy.
Man, why did this become like all of my speculations of this? It went from, you know, like, oh, it's gonna be dramatic, to now being.
Can we talk now? I've been waiting for a super long time.
Okay, Lady Nitro's just gonna use the bathroom for a moment, guys. So just wait for a bit. But anyways, yeah, this story quest definitely was not what I expected it to be. I expected to, like, you know, drama, betrayal, you know, Nouvelette's gonna come out of nowhere, gonna fight Arlecchino. Arlecchino is gonna, you know, be, you know, driven out of Fontaine like that. There was a lot of leaks saying that Arlecchino's gonna die. That's the thing that I saw in a lot of tweets from the Genshin community. They said that Arlecchino's gonna die, which just now just tells me the Genshin community is stupider than I thought. Goodness, the Genshin community. I was expecting nothing from them, and I'm severely disappointed still. I mean, like, you guys, you should have seen some of the Twitter posts. They're like, oh my gosh, Arlecchino's gonna die! Man, they're stupid.
You really are Perry, aren't you? I haven't seen you in so long. How come you're all grown up?
Oh my gosh, the
Wait,
feels.
Did I somehow travel to the future on accident? Or am I dreaming? What a long dream.
Neither. You died, Clairvy. That's what happened.
Damn.
You could have at least sugarcoated it a little. Look, she's that speechless. Oh. Okay then.
Damn, that's sad.
That's it? You accepted it just like that? Yep. If that's what Perry says happened, then I believe her. Perry wouldn't lie to me.
Damn, that's sad as hell.
Plus, I don't really need to know why I'm like this. I'm more curious about what happens in the future. If you're a harbinger now, Perry,
This is a smart, intelligent
that means
6-year-old.
Mother is gone, isn't she?
People who undergo trauma as a child matures faster.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Can you tell me about it? I want to know what happened to her. And to me.
She looks sad.
Sorrow causes one to waver.
I mean, she looks, you know, how she says, like,
Mm-hmm.
she is like, it doesn't, I know, but her eyes look sad.
You never stopped trying to defy fate. At first, no one believed you. You could only vent your frustrations to the moon. In fact, you often sought comfort in the night sky.
Milk.
You wanted to see the aurora, so one night we promised each other we would go to Snezhnaya to see it together. Later on, you tried to run away, but you were brought back each time. Mother spared your life, but it wasn't out of kindness. Instead, she decided to make an example of... Still, you never gave up. Mother hoped that through ruthless duel after ruthless duel, she would be able to crown an ultimate victor among the children she raised. But you called on everyone to unite, to fight to a draw in order to reduce casualties. Your efforts may have only delayed the inevitable, but still, you gave them hope. You tried everything you could think of, but every attempt ended in failure. Still, you never turned your sword on Crucibina, and you never turned it on me. On that gloomy day, you told me, for the last 16 years of my life, I've done everything I can to fight for freedom. But now,
damn, that's
I
sad.
realize that the only freedom I truly possess is the freedom to choose to die.
I never imagined I would say something like that. I must have been feeling really worn down. But somehow, I still think I understand. According to Mother's plan, only one of us was going to make it until the end. and I always hoped that person would be you. If I could do it all over again, I still don't think I would make a different choice.
Man, seeing all
Even
this
when I
just
first
makes
met
the Hoyoverse
I knew
animated
you'd be
short
able to
that much
do
more
what I
impactful
couldn't.
now.
Is that so? Even now, I'm not sure I truly understand what kind of freedom you were trying to pursue. But as the head of the House of the Hearth and as the children's father, I've tried to give them the most basic of freedoms.
Why?
The freedom to choose their own fate. It's something I discussed with the Eudex of Fontaine. The children who want to leave the house will have their memories wiped clean of all secrets pertaining to the organization.
Okay.
In return, they will be allowed to live a normal life in Fontaine without being prosecuted
For their past.
Of course, I won't simply hand freedom to them on a silver platter. They have to fight for it and prove themselves worthy of it. Only freedom that is earned has true value.
So how do they do that?
That's more than enough. That's exactly the kind of life I was fighting for. You know, Perry, I think you're a pretty amazing king, and a really great father, too. I'm really happy that you're the one who took over the house. I guess I do have one regret, though. I still haven't seen the outside world.
Well, it just so happens that our dear guests over here have been to many nations and traveled to countless places. Perhaps they would be willing to tell you what the outside world is like.
Really?
It's like really? It's like, oh yeah, there's this place of many islands. It tried to kill us over and over again. Oh wow, we're gonna say all of them, really? Oh wow, talk about the land of Animo, nation of freedom, Geo Fine. Lady Nitro's favorite place, which leeway?
I never knew that before. If I had some more, I would buy 3 new dresses. One for me, one for Perry, and one for Mother.
She really loved her mother too. Damn.
Just too bad Perry doesn't like wearing dresses. And Mother, well, she probably wouldn't accept something like that either. I guess I just have to keep them all for me then. I could wear a different one every...
Okay, we could talk. We could do the... Man. Oh my gosh.
You know?
I mean, if you saw the animated short, you would see what Arlecchino had to go through.
Singing into the winds of freedom? Even if there was no one there to listen, I would have continued to sing no matter what.
Oh, trust me, there's always someone listening, and he's always drunk.
Those
Okay.
yokai you mentioned. What do they look
I didn't mention a yokai. You're hearing things, girl.
One guy with horns on his head and a super scary face.
Oh, it's Ito.
Oh, sounds like you're talking about an Oni. Yep, we've met one, and let Paimon tell you, they're not nearly as scary as...
And they're not as bright as they look either. Alright, Dendra. My favorite place.
I was too afraid to skip Mother's fighting lessons, but at the academia, I bet you could do all sorts of secret things in class. Things that have nothing to do with studying.
Oh, trust me, they're all always studying.
Just kidding. Being able to study whatever you want without having to fear for your
Oh
life
man, that's
actually
such a
sounds
beautiful way to
pretty
look
great.
at it. All about the very eventually the returns to Fontaine, the nation she once
The
called.
situation was super dangerous. Lenny and Lynette were accused of committing a crime. Oh no, that must have been Don't worry, we were able to turn the situation around super quickly.
Wait, she's just keeping that the whole time?
Do that. Come on, tell me.
Oh man, just watching and listening to her.
Okay, so it was like this. After the failed
Story have been forgotten. Yeah, how long is it? Only at night?
I feel like she's gonna fulfill her wish so her soul just vanishes.
Could be, because that's why her soul is still there, you know?
Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is...
I have a sadder
forgotten
theory.
Over time.
What if Arlecchino visits Clairvy every night like this? Oh my god. That's why she knows so much. And that's why she's so aware about Clairvy, because it's probably a constant thing that she goes through all the time. That's why Arlecchino never smiles when someone dies.
Clairvy, you've worked tirelessly from the shadows to overthrow the House of the Hearth. Now,
Oh yeah, because there's no
by
gonna be a
my
House of
authority
Hearth
as the
anymore.
knave, I shall announce how this matter ends. You are hereby expelled from the House of the Hearth. You are no longer tied to this place, nor are you bound by its rules.
You're saying that I can finally leave? I get to experience the outside world.
Oh my,
as well?
Arlecchino, you've been selfish. But I guess yeah.
Oh, I almost forgot. There's no getting older for me. Still, seeing who you grew up to be makes me really happy, Parallel. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.
May we meet again someday.
Damn, this hits the feels. I said it once and I'll say it again. The Fatui did nothing wrong. Damn. Wow, that was crazy.
Paimon didn't even get to finish her story.
I also have certain sentiments left unsaid. I wanted to tell her that the aurora I saw in Snezhnaya was just as beautiful as the ones in the pictures.
That's right, yeah.
But a shadow's memories reset at dawn. Had we delayed any longer, we wouldn't have had the time to say goodbye. Whatever regrets may linger, let them be lost to the coming of
Yeah,
another day.
there's no House of Hearth anymore, so her soul won't come back anymore.
Father?
It's Linny! Hey, Linny! What is he doing back here? Let's go check it out.
Probably, yeah. Or do you think he's gonna be the next? Do you think? Well, it's either one of the three. They're gonna be the next head of the House of Hearth.
Father, the bottled flames have been administered.
And you? What have you
Thank you for giving us that choice, Father. But we never wanted to leave the house. It's the only home we've ever known. Lynette and Fremine feel the same way. They're recuperating back at the Hotel Bouffe d'été. But I decided to come back and tell you where we stood.
I'm sure you're well aware of the expectations I have for you. I want you to
Also,
follow
Linny's
in
gonna
my
be next king.
footsteps and become the next king of the house. Yet you seem to have different ideas, I must admit. I'm rather surprised by your decision to stay. There's nothing wrong with choosing to live a quiet life. Leading this organization is a heavy responsibility, one not so easily carried by someone forced.
I just never understood what you saw in me.
Well, you were the perfect
Made you
soldier.
believe I was deserving.
Fremine had too much of a
talented,
conscience.
and, most importantly, you cherish your family.
He does. He's very,
You
very
would
good.
do anything to protect them, even if it costs you your life.
Yeah, Linny is definitely suited to be the next head.
Speaking up back there was so brave of you, Linny. It's all thanks to you.
You're a hero, Linny.
Hero. Father is the real hero. Had Father gone all out during the duel, there's no way I would have walked away with my life. I'm not deserving of that title. I'm not.
You're wrong. In my opinion, all you need to be deserving of the throne is conviction and the necessary strength to act. We may have different ideas of what it means to be a family, but you can hardly be said to lack conviction. Even without that strength, you still chose to face me in a duel, even though the odds were stacked against you. That capacity.
So she's pretty much just telling Linny, no, Linny, you're strong. Just not stronger than me.
No one knows what the future holds, what tragedy or triumph may be in store. Being at the head of this organization requires the strength of will to face whatever comes. Caution will only hold you back. If reaching a certain standard were required to go after what you want, I would never have succeeded in killing my predecessor. Back then, there was still a considerable
Well, the
strength
eyes are
that
the
made
gateway to
someone
the soul.
ultimate victor, but those who let a lack of strength dictate their decisions or undermine their convictions will never be worthy of the throne.
I understand, Father.
Children must grow up to surpass their parents. Only then can a family continue to flourish. The road ahead is not an easy one, so I'll ask you one last time. Are you certain you want to stay?
You've done so much for me, Father, and that kindness must be repaid. Plus,
What's
with
Project Stuza?
at hand, there are many dangers ahead. Protecting my family at all costs.
Then you're welcome to stay. As for Project Stuza, you need not be too concerned. If those cowardly businessmen and heartless dignitaries try to take us down, I'm prepared to teach them a lesson. Having members who longed for the light was our organization's last weakness. With those members no longer among our ranks, the House of the Hearth is like a spider hiding in the shadows. We need only wait for our prey. At present, our imperative is to use their plan to our advantage. In doing so, a crimson moon shall rise amid the frigid blizzards of winter. No demonstration of loyalty shall go unrewarded, and no sacrifice shall be in vain. As for the two of you, whether we meet again as friend or foe, I'll remember the camaraderie we shared in this moment.
So I guess we'll see you in Snezhnaya,
I hope we both reach our desired destination.
where we'll definitely pull for the Tsaritsa. Wait till 2 days later. There's the, oh my gosh, that's been in Lady Nitro's mind the entire time. The eggs. Man, this story quest really, it hit me in the feels, man. The Fatui did nothing wrong. Damn, Lady Nitro has been eyeing those eggs for the longest time. Okay, time to wait for 2 days to finish off this quest. Wait, is that a tombstone? To your right there. Left. Behind again. That's okay, I'll look at it later. A tombstone. We'll look at it later. But like that thing right there. 2? Doesn't say. True, yeah. The sub-detection unit. We don't need those anymore. I guess it's for those who still are gonna get Rossley or something. Alright, time to wait for 2 days.
Well, some people did learn the
They really went through some hard times. House of Hard Times. Wait for 2 days. That's what I'm waiting for you to do. So, press escape. Okay.
Stabilize.
It's Monsieur Oz. Lady Nitro's changing up. Of course. Yep. All right. 2 days. Yep. Now we do the Moon Knight. The Moon Knight transition. What the heck is going?
I feel like it's 2 days in a
Didn't Linny say that Lynette and Freminic...
All right. Looks like we go back to Fontaine, and we see what's happening with the House of Hearth now. Because the House of Hearth is now officially under new management. And Lady Nitro is gonna do this the unsavage way, which technically is kind of the savage way. So it's just right there.
all gonna die.
Take a guess.
Yeah, okay. All right, Fremine, Lynette.
Lynette, Fremine, how are you feeling?
Much better.
Whew, what a relief.
What about you? Are you feeling
I'm
alright?
right as
I
rain.
knew you'd come out unscathed. Us, on the other hand...
Wow.
Oh, and I wanted to ask, is Claire V... gone?
Yes.
Linny and the other members have left Poisson and returned to the House of the Hearth. According to him, there haven't been
Oh
any
wow.
more sightings of a
Her wish
spirit
has been
lately.
fulfilled.
I'm glad.
She finally passed on.
Father came to check up on us 2 days ago and told us about what happened with Crucibina and Clairvy.
You
Actually,
have?
Wait, what? You've met...
Crucibina died a year after Clairvy. It was during the year between their deaths that I joined the House of the Hearth.
Oh.
Crucibina had an extremely cruel and radical way of doing things. While she was alive, the atmosphere in the house was suffocating. When I joined, though, the experiment she valued so much had already come to an end, and all the people involved, dead and injured alike.
So you're one of the older members, Fremine.
Crucibina, a couple of months after I joined, Father killed Crucibina and burned all her files. With that, the names of all the people subjected to her experiments.
Father took in Lenny and me a couple months after that, but she never mentioned anything about Crucibina or...
It really seems like something she was planning to keep to herself. The last time you talked to her, did she mention why she kept it a secret?
She said she didn't want us to be affected by the darkness of the past. She was worried we'd develop a
false sense of gratitude.
if we knew about it. The foundation of a family should be free of any corrupting influence. Whatever happened in the past, it has nothing to do with
Yeah,
who we are
the
now.
Arlecchino
And that's
definitely
what
was a father.
told us in the end.
But I still thanked her for everything. It was only after hearing about what Crucibina did that I finally realized how insignificant our lives could have been. If Father hadn't taken over the House of the Hearth, I probably would have already...
Father rarely brings up the fact that she saved us. She doesn't believe that being indebted to her should be what ties us together. But even if we didn't owe her anything, we would still choose to stay. Because this is our home. We may have arguments or times when we feel wronged. Some people may even choose to leave. But as long as Father.
Whether the path
Well,
before
you're
us
not
is
gonna have a
paved
father
or
any
stone, I
for
want
much
to say
longer.
Thank you for helping us make it through this crisis. Without your help,
Oh, we didn't do anything, really.
of course, you're welcome anytime.
Are Filial and Nantoy okay?
I actually saw them at a cafe this morning. They didn't recognize me.
Aw.
From what I could tell, they were drinking coffee and talking about one of the opera. They seemed happy.
Damn. And there it is. The character quest for Arlecchino. Oh, Lady and I just always wanted a fireplace. Well, that's it. That was a story. That's the two quests, the world quest and the story character quest. Man, that was really good. The Genshin community is stupid. They said that Arlecchino was gonna die.
Well,
Not even technically. She just left. What is it?
This realm is truly beginning to.
But you know, it's actually kind of cool now, because even though Linny, Lynette, and Fremine are still part of the House of Hearth, from their deal, they have no more ties to the Fatui anymore. That's what Nouvelle agreed upon Arlecchino's conditions, that when she leaves, the House of Hearth can still be in Fontaine, but they have no more ties to the Fatui anymore. So therefore, they won't be, discriminated by the people of Fontaine, because the Fatui are known all over Teyvat. Yeah, you actually can, yeah. Well, there's a specific specific path to go to. I know there's a specific path. There's supposed to be a specific path. Yeah, you have to follow the road path.
so tell them stories while we.
What kind of stories? I usually just talk about stuff that people ask me. Well, no one's asked me anything. That's the thing. Okay.
So what's all the Genshin stuff that you heard and listened to? What's the most memorable? The thing that
Ooh, okay, let's see. The Lady Natural asked me what Genshin lore is the one that really hit me in the feels. Huh. There is one that pops to my mind, but I'm trying to think of a better one. Because I feel like there was something even more. Well, then maybe make it two. Because I did experience one of them, so that one actually broke my heart. But I have to say that. So I have my top three. So my top three are. Let's see. Try to remember, because some of these story quests are really, really, really good. But some of the world quests are also the one that hit me in the feels a lot. Amongst the story quests, let's see. I'm trying to think who's a 5-star that I know that hit me in the feels with their story quest. The one that made me cry tears of pain was Ayato's story quest. That made me just that just gave me pain. Oh my gosh. I cried tears of pain in that one. Let's see. What else characters that we have? Zhongli's not as great as I expected it to be, but it was still, pretty cool. Who else? Yelan was just eh. Kazuha was also eh. So right now, Nick, I'm gonna make a move as I just finish recharge my PS4 controller so I can continue gaming at Genshin Impact. All right, cool. Good luck with the game, John. Let's see. What else? Other characters. Baiju. Baiju's is really nice. It made me realize that Baiju's a man of men. I've never seen anybody more alpha than Baiju so far. Who else? Deluxe is okay. The hangouts. So far, the best hangout that I actually liked was Kave's. Yeah, because every ending that Kave did, I actually was engrossed in the story. Every other hangouts for the 4-star characters, I just skipped all the dialogue. El Hythams was cool, but it was not like great. Rossley's was great, but it wasn't like in the feels. That was cool. It didn't make me feel anything. Was the one that really made me feel. Nouvelettes made me feel, but not like super feel. Nilu just made Lady Nitro just like hate her even more. Well, Venti was kind of sad actually, to be honest.
Yeah, I never seen Venti like that.
Yeah, that one was just sad. Then what else? So Venti, so who else? Shenhe, just more of a backstory than anything. Ayaka, she just got wet socks. Who else? Raiden Shogun, it was more epic, not really much of feels. It was just epic. Cloud Retainers was nice. It was family friendly, you know. It was more family focused, but it wasn't like, damn. Shiori's was okay. It was pretty cool. You know, it was a nice little action sequence. Who else? Another character. Child's is interesting because you get to find out his real name is Ajax, which is in turn his name is really Francis. You know, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Anyways, who else do we got here? Scaramouche is pretty cool. Nahida, hers was it was almost feeling, but then she was just doing her job. It was the Archon quest where she fought a Peps Warden, you know, where all the animal spirits are saying, Lord Dendro, don't be sad. Yeah, that one was kind of a feels right there. And then I found out that the Dendro Dragon was a jerk. And then who else do we got? Who else is another 5-star? Linny's is okay. Let's start from Mondstadt. Let's start. Who's all the 5-star? Jeans was okay as well. Jean, Diluc, Venti, Kaching was okay. Mona's was just, I just feel sorry for her financial troubles. No, Tainari's actually made me cry. Remember Carcata? Oh my gosh, that made me sad. It just made you think that robots have feelings too. But yeah, Tainari's actually made me cry. I would put that top 5.
What about
Story quests? World quests? Oh, top 2 definitely have to be the Aranara and the and Rue's quest. Aranara and Rue, those are the ones that just made me like, you know, I just felt heartache than those ones. No, well, actually, Aranara was more of a heroic, tragic heartbreak. Rue's was just pure heartbreak. I'm telling you, if they made an animated short out of Rue's story quest, I bet you a lot of people would cry their eyes out. Because it's for me what made me cry. Because I played the story in my head. See, it's not the fact that, you know, Rue got sacrificed. It's the fact that you have the Thunder manifestation saying that I don't have any feelings, but then we found out Rue died. And then, you know, it killed everybody. It's like I felt the pain of the Thunder manifestation right there, you know? The Thunder manifestation manifested pain within my heart. So yeah, that's for me. Yeah, for me, that's the those are the world quests and story quests that like put a lot of feels in me and impacted me and made me realize that the Genshin lore is absolutely amazing, and it just made me realize that the Genshin community is absolutely idiotic. So yeah, I think the lore is what caused me to slowly but surely like step outside of the, you know, the Genshin community, because before I thought that like I can be part of the community, like, you know, make friends and all that, especially after over a year ago when RNS helped Lady Nitro at Dragonspine. We will never forget RNS. If you're watching RNS, still remember you. Anyway, if only you can see how strong we are now. I remember those times. So RNS made me believe that, you know, the Genshin community is not so bad. But as I got to know the Genshin community more, I found out I was wrong. RNS was just a diamond in the rough. Although RNS would laugh at us knowing that we still don't have a Klee. Because that was a character that RNS carried the entire Dragonspine for us with. Klee. During that time, I didn't know that Klee shot lasers, so that's why I didn't know that I would actually want her eventually. Like, she got bombs, but nobody told me she had freaking laser beams. So yeah. The Genshin lore, beautiful lore. Always read the lore. Watch all the stuff that, you know, Hoyoverse releases officially. Because there are a lot of fan-made stuff that like it would look cool, but you have to remember it's not canon because it's fan-made. But when Hoyoverse actually releases stuff that's from them, that stuff is canon, and that's where you can, you know, actually, you know, understand all that. That's why for me, because I watched. Oh, you mean it was nighttime there? But yeah, for me, because the reason why I was able to I guess grasp the story of Arlecchino's story quest here is because I actually watched that short. So all the backstory of Arlecchino, everything that she mentioned, it all played in my head because I saw it, how it all happened. It was crazy. Arlecchino was such a sad child. Yeah, such a sad child growing up. Apparently had a curse on her with that fire, and then apparently all the other children stayed away from her because of her curse, but only Clairvaux was all like, hey, mother said that we should eat now and everything like that. I'll be there. It's like, come on, we're gonna go together. And that's how they became friends, and then, you know, they became the best of sisters and whatnot, grew up together in the House of Hearth. And actually Arlecchino before, or Paraway, actually the funny thing is, when Clairvaux was still alive and they were in their best years together, well, not really the best years, they're under mother, obviously, but like their time together, that's when Arlecchino and, or Paraway, her curse, the black on her hands, actually was suppressed. It was only when after she killed Clairvaux and had to fight Mother, that's when the black started covering her entire arm. So, yeah, definitely play. Oh, that came from the fountain. So now you can have your own Cora Fontaine. But yeah. So this looks like Lady Nitro's gonna be playing on the teapot for quite a bit, seeing all the new stuff. So I guess we can end the stream there for now, guys. Remember, we can still always, you know, do our weekly Genshin stuff next week during Monday, because we have the battle pass already up, so we can definitely do all that. Genshin stream, it may have been a little slower, a little bit more tedious than others, but hey, I love the lore. I love seeing the story. I didn't get to show off Arlecchino so much today, but I assure you guys, during the weekly stream, most likely next Monday, I'll definitely show off Arlecchino a bit more. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed. Thanks to all the members of Nitro Ninjas. This is your Grandmaster Nick Nitro. Stay awesome, my ninjas.